Y'all need to stop babying that little dog, man. Y'all gonna bring his ass over here. You gonna come to the hood for a motherfucking day. Emilio put his dog down, let shit happen.
I did, but then I just picked him up so he get a little birthday, He wants to be on camera.
He ain't asked you that shit, fam.
Yeah, no, he's like, why can't I ever be on the podcast?
Oh, word. Hendrix, go ahead, say something. It's your time to shine, fam.
Well, he can only do it when nobody's around.
He crippin'? What's going on? Like,
with his blue bandana?
with his blue bandana.
Fuck, he's that.
He peed on my floor?
No, he just jumped off the couch. And
they gonna pee right there.
He's an old dog. He did? Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Yeah, yo, close up. You gonna get
Hendrix. Fucking birthday show ruined. Too many dogs.
Y'all not gonna put his face in it? Y'all ain't out here getting to it. So he 13. Teach him a new trick.
That's how you train dogs, like to not do it again?
Yeah.
You do that and you beat them and you do a whole bunch of stuff.
You beat them.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I've seen people fuck their dogs.
Yeah, and
up.
you be feeling uncomfortable, don't you? You be like,
Man.
You be like, hey y'all, hey.
My boy, he do like the massive dog trainers. Like he go with the police guys, and they do some crazy shit.
It be depending on how these little dogs is too little. You beat these dogs.
Listen, they do some. I ain't gonna say who it is, but they do some outrageously sick shit. Like when they training them. Like
the police do?
Why you so shocked? Why did he say they do outrageously sick shit? He said the police like he was shocked.
Not the police guys. My guy with them. Doing
okay,
it. So
okay.
What they do is at 4 a.m, they fucking go out to like Skid Row and pay like the bums like $100 to bite them.
To bite the dogs?
Like the dog, like to try to attack to see if the dog gonna bite or not.
Okay.
Are they encouraging the dogs to bite them?
Yeah, they're trying to get them to stay, like, but they try, they're supposed to not be able to move, or like if I say stay, you can't move no matter what's going on.
How many casualties do you think we have in this process?
I was told not to take me on that trip. I just heard about it, so I have no information because I'm like, I don't want to ever be seen in that strays. But I said y'all are sick.
How long is that a day rate for the homeless guy, or is that
It's just
like
$100 per homeless guy?
Is it like per hour?
I don't even think I can say this.
Hour.
If I get pulled over after this shit drop, that means they.
They're gonna be like, how you know, fam?
How the fuck did you find this out?
What's your coffee go-to?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. My wife picked that shit. It's too many of them. Like she gives me the kind with no sugar in it. Like so, it's a stevia and it's like mainly ice and different kind of creams in it. Oh. So it be about like this much actual real coffee in it. You know what I'm saying? When I do the cold joints, the hot ones are straight black.
You do straight black? Oh, you out here thugging.
Those are like two very extremes. One of them is just like a little bit mainly sugars and toppings.
I was taught never to
black.
be. You gotta either be either all the way over here, or all the way over there. You can't straddle the fence. You gotta fucking go at it. But nah, it's for like this diet that I started, and I can't like eat and have certain sugars and shit before a certain time. So the black coffee kind of just keep me through the day straight.
Oh, word. See, I can't. I only drink coffee if I'm going to a movie after 9 p.m. I don't trust myself to watch that movie and not fall asleep.
Right.
So I'll be like, let me just go ahead and get a coffee before I walk in here. But I'm not really a coffee person. I used to drink coffee growing up. And then, obviously as a kid, all you hear is, it stunts your growth.
I'm going to tell you some real shit. I came back from a tour and then I fucking like want to throw like a came home show type shit. Mm-hmm. But I was like thinking about really diving into the coffee and kush world. So I threw like a club, but I was serving CBD coffee in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that shit sold out fast as fuck. I'm like, then I start thinking, I've never seen coffee in the club. It seemed like that should be in there, like for the ride home or like to sober up real quick.
Coffee in the club should be in there.
I'm thinking so, nigga. If y'all see these coffee trucks starting to pull up on these clubs, just know I was in there.
As you should.
I'm thinking that's the wave. It's like
coffee and tea. I know the brand is called, but
tea and tree is next.
Yeah.
See, we going fast. We going too fast. We moving too quick. We moving too fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about coffee in the club and how we got pizza in the club. Now we got coffee in the club.
Why isn't it in there though?
It should be in there.
We also had this idea to have pizza in the club because everybody loves when a pizza shows up.
But food's like
can be in the club.
It's a whole thing.
Food be in the club though too.
But just imagine like last call, man. We got the coffee here. If anybody got to sober up.
Because they ask you at restaurants all day. When you last call, you guys want coffee or dessert or anything. So at the club, it should be like, yo, you need a coffee so your drunk ass don't go home like that.
welcome to Wine and Weed. Hey.
Yo.
Hey, it's a new week. I'm Chris Reinacher, a.k.a. The Connoisseur, a.k.a. The Goop in Your Gap, a.k.a. Speed Bump, a.k.a. Your new baby daddy, a.k.a. Elusive Moose, a.k.a.
Saxophone Jones.
Yeah. And with me, as always,
it's your boy Sterling Steelo Brim, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. S to the B to your best of the breed, a.k.a. is that third leg. No, it's just me, a.k.a. Concerned Father, a.k.a. Black Mama, a.k.a. RP Black Mama, a.k.a. Steezington, Stallington, your stylist, and last but not least, your Uncle Elroy. And with us today, we have Alahna back.
Hi.
And we doing the facts today, right?
Yep, I'm reading the facts.
You're reading the facts. You're excited?
I'm very excited.
You're already laughing and giggling.
So it should be a good show.
Apparently the people like that. And we have a very special guest today. My guy, my actual guy, my boy Chachi. He's a rapper. He's just a real ass nigga, honestly. One of the best people I know since I moved out here to LA. Always been thorough, always been 100. My guy Problem.
What's going on, folks?
Thank you
guys for having me too.
Hey.
No, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And we love the gifts you brought. First of all, we don't get many gifts. Let's start with that. So whenever we get gifts, we need to make sure we always give the energy back and the love back.
Man.
So we appreciate you bringing us these coffee and Kush cups, mugs, and you can run us through the full thing just so everybody at home can get what we got going on right here.
So yeah, man, Coffee and Kush, this is the experience. You can do it all in one. You drink coffee and you smoke weed right out of it. And I feel like this is the new chicken and waffles.
It's amazing.
So we got a mug with a bowl, like with a pipe built into the handle of it.
Yeah.
For those people listening.
They've been out before, but they just haven't been like this one. You get what I'm saying?
And I don't know if they all limited edition and got Snoop on the back of these motherfuckers either.
That's Snoop. Shout out to Big Dog, Snoop Dogg. And I feel like you can't like go into this world without being blessed and christened by the man that is weed. So appreciate
that is weed.
Yeah, man. I appreciate Snoop for just gifting me into this game with this play. He knew how big this was for me, and we got a whole bunch of stuff coming out.
I fucking love you. You've done an amazing job, and I'm a nigga that hate on everything.
You've
done an amazing job, bro. Like the packaging, everything is really done to the T. I'm proud of you, and it looks amazing.
Man, appreciate you, man. I got a great fucking team of guys, man, and ladies. They work hard. They get that shit fresh and fly. So shout out to them, really.
And we're debuting the wine and weed mug because we filled ours with wine.
We did. We put ours with wine.
Feels like it's our brands combined.
Listen, we can do a collab cup, man. It could be fresh.
We really should. Shit.
We can slap your logo right on the other side.
We'll drink out of it forever if we do a collab cup.
Listen,
shit.
Say less. Just tell me the color. We can get started on it.
Oh, we gonna make it happen then.
All right. Let me just go
you make sure you see how that works.
But then how your weed ain't gonna fall out? See, my weed all loose up in here.
You see how it's not falling.
Cause he packed that bitch for real.
But I mean that he's a real smoker. That's how you do it.
I know.
So look,
bro.
you gotta see now. Look, this is where you gonna have to see how to do it.
No, I do that.
The hole. Oh, you hit yours already. The hole is on the bottom now. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
There's the card. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The hole on the bottom on the left, over here, right?
Yeah.
On the side, yeah.
There you go.
Let me try again. Make sure I get it.
Shit, you got it.
You did hit that motherfucker.
You did a good first time.
That hits good.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good. See, I don't, bro.
That thing, boom.
How you even pack it? You don't want to pack it too tight though, right? Yeah.
I know that's a rule. You just want to get a cool 1, 2, 3 hit.
I know that's a rule. You don't want to pack it too tight.
You sip your coffee.
I like it because if it was full of coffee, I would be smelling the coffee as I hit it.
It's fire.
Which is kind of like tricking me into thinking.
And the crazy thing, you're going to get so high and try it and then drink the coffee just to see if it'll come down. I've done that before. Like, you know, because when we were trying to like just do a lot of R&D, it was coming out on my face and shit. It was, we just had to get it right. So we finally got the right way where you would have to be a damn fool to get the coffee. Like, who's doing this with coffee? So. You got it?
Look at this. Look at this. That's pretty good.
Come on. Hey, you guys, for the first time, killed it. The funny thing is watching the video of people not executed. They sitting there.
We smoked a little bit.
Nah, y'all killed it.
That bitch hit.
Come on now. Come on.
I get it. Let's get into the stories of the week.
Scientists create the first genetically engineered coffee. Scientists have created the first lab-grown, genetically engineered coffee, which they claim smells and tastes like the real thing. The researchers based in Finland used a process called cellular agriculture, which involves extracting cells from a small plant or animal sample. It has already been used to create artificial meat and milk. In the latest example of lab-grown alternatives, cell samples were taken for Arabica, a popular coffee plant that accounts for 56% of global production. Cell samples were then transferred to bioreactors to produce biomass, which was harvested for roasting and brewing. With lab-grown coffee, the researchers claim they can tackle sustainability issues facing the global coffee industry, such as a need for clearing space for coffee plants to keep up with the high demand for the drink worldwide. Ultimately, the cells are transferred to a bioreactor from which the biomass is then harvested. The cells are dried and roasted, and coffee can be brewed. After drinking a cup, researchers say there is a surprisingly full aroma. In terms of smell and taste, our trained sensory panel and analytical examination found the profile of the brew to bear similarity to ordinary coffee, he said.
This shit sound like homework. Tell them to stop reading.
Like, this is intense.
Yeah, these niggas, I'm like, nigga, why do I need the coffee, sir?
I also don't think it's a glowing review of like, it's surprisingly fine. Like,
No, I think what they're saying is for the environment, it's a lot better because they have to clear so much space and land to grow coffee from the coffee beans. So and it's mostly grown in rainforest areas. So
is this like how we're gonna save the world, or am I missing something?
I don't think we are gonna save the world, but I also think that are we just in a time where we like
over-explain things or something? Oh, I thought you was gonna ask that.
No, I'm saying I think we all are just okay with like each day everything becomes fake. They're just like, we got a fake version of that shit now, y'all fucking with it, and we be like, all right, I guess, because I guess fake is gonna save us somehow.
Yeah, the fake lettuce shit scared the shit out of me when I saw that.
The fake everything.
That fake lettuce shit was like last straw though for me.
Nigga.
Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all, lettuce is not even sacred. This shit is crazy.
Wait, who
Vegan
made
lettuce?
that lettuce?
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen the
think
fake lettuce.
Bruh, pull up the
Fake
fucking
lettuce.
Fake lettuce. They make it in this water.
But how can you use a vegan?
Dude, it's
vegan lettuce. You like,
vegan
isn't
lettuce,
lettuce
bro.
already vegan?
I lost, bruh. Like turkey. I'm like, all right, bruh. I'm fucked
They
up.
like, no, this is fake lettuce. They just give you a piece of
Did
meat.
you find it? Let me see.
They like, here go fake lettuce. They like, it's a hamburger, nigga. They like, yeah, it's not real lettuce. It's a hamburger.
Fake lettuce. Hold on.
Also, how much like room does a factory
Fake
cost?
lettuce being made. China. It came
But
straight
why? They're not explaining it. Are you trying it?
up. Hell no. I'm a flower child, bro. It's fucked up. Like, I was raised around weed like my whole life. Like, I don't take like medicines, none of that shit. So
You don't like synthetic stuff at all. You want
I
it to
mean,
come from you.
I'm not like a health nut like that. I just like, as far as with like medicines and shit, weed and water, bro.
Weed and water. Yeah, this shit be happening though.
Wait, why? Why are they doing
That's the realest answer
it?
happening. That's the best answer. That shit be happening though. That's the realest answer.
Because like every week I feel like, I'll see something and I'm like, whoa, China is so ahead of us in technology, but they also just trying their own shit that I'm like, yo, fam, why we doing this? Like, y'all killing us in technology, but also why we doing this bullshit?
They got so much money they bored.
Have you seen when they make dreads?
Man, I see all this shit.
Do you ever see when these people make dreads real quick?
No.
It's fake dreads are out there. Fake
Oh,
dreads.
no, fake dreads are a thing.
Fake
But
dreads.
not like faux locks.
Okay, there.
It's like a whole process that I was dumbfounded by. And I was like, why are we putting so much energy into this? Why do you want your head to dread so much?
Like the faker dreads weren't fake enough. Like, we need fake curl dreads. Like,
Like,
what
did
the
we sell you
fuck?
the hat that had the dreads attached to it? Just take that.
Yeah,
The real thing.
So they're gonna do that to coffee too. That's crazy.
Coffee, yeah.
But, like, I guess then where do you draw the line from when it's helpful to not helpful? Because like animals, when they make Impossible burgers, like, we're not killing the animals, we're not wasting the land, we're not putting the gas into the environment. We're doing a lot of things that aren't bad by making like fake meat. But then this fake coffee thing is like, is the means meet the end? And at what point are you just not living off the earth, which is bad.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they saying to harvest the beans and stuff within the rainforest? Isn't that like something that goes into the environment? They're
They're saying
Right.
they're saving the rainforest by they don't need the land anymore.
Yeah, but then couldn't you continue to say that for everything? Continue to start to
Of
say it for
course.
lettuce.
Bro,
Start to
y'all
say
bored.
it
You can say it for anything.
for. So where's the line? Is
There
my
is no
question.
line.
I
to
think
draw.
the media is running out of shit to talk about. They're bored as fuck. Like the fact that we are more entertaining to them and you can find the truth in 3 seconds fucks up everything. So like, let's try them with this. Let's try them with that. Let's try it with this. Let's have tostada, National Tostada Day. Like what the fuck? Where it's
the
like
national days are.
I'm lost, bro. Like y'all bored. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Y'all should just leave us alone.
National
Not really
Tostada
that
Day was crazy.
This is
year,
crazy.
though.
Like
when was that?
yesterday was Daughter Day.
Daughter Day.
It's like
That's not a real day. I hate when people actually wake you up and tell you about the day. You be like, shut the fuck up. It's
Bruh.
not a real day. All these days came out 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
All of them came out within 3 years.
Okay.
National Puppy Day is 5 times a year. Shut the fuck up.
Bruh.
It's not National Puppy Day 5 times a year. Stop making it up, guys.
Like each thing had its own version of like a Santa Claus. So it's like go buy a lot of that or go buy a lot of that. It's like,
Today is
chill.
World Tourism Day.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Wait.
not real. It got made up by one person that was like hashtag this, and then somebody
How do
was
we
like,
promote tourism more?
siblings? When did siblings get a full day? That shit happened last year, didn't it? They were like sibling day. You were
I
like,
thought that was the first.
And
That was
those-
the first one where it was like,
And
what
those
we
are
doing?
forced relationships anyway. I didn't ask for this
me and this
nigga.
nigga just live together.
Like family is a like. It's like I didn't ask for none of these niggas. Like none of them. I love them to death because they say we have to, but this was forced. They fucked. Now these are my cousins, my sis, man. All this shit's kind of whack if you really think about it.
Two people fucked. They made all of us friends.
Now I got to be cool with him. So I gotta listen to her. Like, wait, these people aren't. They don't even have their shit together. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
I like the argument against family because
No,
everyone's
I
arguing
love
for
my
it.
family, but I think family needs to realize it is a
You
bunch
more
of
about pro-choice.
no. It's just understand that it's a forced relationship. So at some point, if I didn't come out of you in some form, I ain't really gotta fuck with you like that. If you came out of me or I came out of you, like I gotta fuck with that. Everything else becomes optional as you get older. So tread lightly.
These are good rules.
tread lightly.
Bring something to the table, and I'm gonna bring something. Let's fuck around. Let's but all that I have to is like, wait a minute. I got the people that made me, and I got the ones I made. All right. Okay. I got my homies I love. I got my wife I picked. You gotta kind of get into that first. So I don't know. All this should be crazy.
Where do you draw the line for yourself? Where you like, yo, this is the one thing fake I can't fuck with.
Oh,
Once we start doing fake this, I'm out the game.
I think second cousins. Oh, is
Fake
that what?
second
Oh
cousin?
no, I was still on. Oh no.
I was like, what?
I mean,
I was like, y'all
That's
do
where I
that too?
draw the line.
I thought it was a black person thing. I didn't know y'all niggas was out here faking cousins too. Shit.
They
No.
faking cousin like a motherfucker.
no. I would think I would. I don't know where I draw the lines. I haven't done enough research on coffee. You know what I mean? But but I think fake meat is good, and I think as soon as we can figure out how to make fake meat taste like real meat, we're gonna be like doing a lot of good for both the environment and the animals, and like that's cool to me.
Man, you going
But
around this
I-
question.
Salt.
But when it comes to things growing from the ground, I get that. Like I get feeling that it's important for things to grow from the ground. Just that core feeling.
Fake
not like-
weed comes out tomorrow. They say it gets you higher than real
They
weed.
do have fake weed.
Yeah, but they got like the little chocolate nugs, right? They got real fake weed that niggas can smoke.
bro, they have like
Synthetic weed
Synthetic-
sounds like it will
I don't
murder
wanna-
you.
factory made
they
weed.
have weed that you can smoke that's not designed to get you high.
That's CBD.
But that's not the same thing as this coffee, is it?
But CBD actually does something to you.
It does something. They say.
No, but they have like
I'm
weed that
joking.
you can just get the no, it do.
No, CBD definitely does.
Yeah.
I'm
Listen,
joking about it.
I
It's not doing anything.
I was trying to launch like a CBD coffee company first before we did this, right?
Mm.
And the regulations were so fucked up. Like they kept pulling an account every time we got some sales. So that made me have to like really dig inside of it. But I know like I was giving it to like older people and they were like they didn't have to use medicines and different shit. It was helping people with their back
Definitely.
and different stuff. I guess the CBD calms that rush that comes with coffee.
Yeah.
So it created like this like wave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it works, but you just I couldn't mail it anywhere. I couldn't get no bank accounts for it. It was like, hold on, I gotta get my money up to fight this battle.
There are a bunch of those restrictions in the weed industry in general, and that's why
Especially
What do
to
you
people
think
of
it's
color.
gonna take to
Oh,
lift
totally.
those?
People of color get treated horribly within the weed industry,
Bruh.
which is so crazy because we're the ones who suffer the most from the incarceration
Yeah.
of weed.
Well, that's
and
a
to be treated the
it's a
way.
recurring story.
Yeah,
you
of
know.
course.
I was at the Hall of Flowers, and I had a crazy incident up there. It was kind of strange, where I met a dude that has his own flower company. Shout out to dude, he's from Oakland. He was talking about, yeah, brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm a black grower, and we black, and we gonna stick together. We gonna do the thing. We was talking about that because it was like not a lot of us there. But then we walked past the booth. I was there with Burb. Shout out to Burb. And he was like, yeah, brother, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to get money with us, you know what I'm saying? You should come get money with us because, usually they just grab y'all and put y'all in it and use your face. And I was
Which
like,
be true though too.
and I was like, no, I own all this.
Yeah.
And he looked like, yeah. I'm like, no, not here, brother.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. Like, he damn near tried to race his play on me real quick, but it was trying to show love. And it was more so like, damn, oh, you in here too doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's so light.
Yeah.
It's so light. There's so many other races in there, like, that's in the business part of it. Like, the business, like.
Well, you almost can't even blame his prejudice because you're like,
no, it's
because
expected.
you're like, if it's really 1% of us, fam, I didn't know, nigga. I didn't know it was 2 of us in here. They didn't tell me you walked in
And I'm
here.
going to keep it clean. Like, I probably looked at him and judged his situation at first. And it was like, hold on, like, we actually need to really rock with each other. And he gave me some dope plugs. Shout out to bro. We ended up really breaking some bread. But it was light. Just in this side of it, like, because the Hall of Flowers is like for the business. It ain't for like for us to smoke and listen to music. Because I was the first day, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like it's like a convention kind of.
It's more of that, and it was interesting to be a part of that side of it because it was dope seminars on how to do it the correct way. Everybody's getting ready for this federal thing that's getting ready to happen. Just like it was more focused on continuing the bag, and it just was not a lot of people that look like me there. You know what I'm saying? Not in this side of it. You know?
Yeah.
So I felt good. My grower, he's black. Like it's like we got a real thing that's really dope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see how everything go. But it's fucked up for us.
We excited.
That's
baby.
interesting.
It's
And
fucked
it
up.
is.
Yeah. It really is. It's like, because that's a lot of money, bruh. It's a lot of money at stake. It's a $1 billion industry, and then it's like, nigga, you trying to do coffee and weed? You trying to get all the money? Yeah, but but nah, like let's really understand that fight that a lot of people are in jail right now because of, like in jail like a motherfucker.
So what would be ways to get more of that community involved? Because I feel like you're right. That
What
they should
community?
be- Like the black community.
It's not like we don't want to be involved. We're being
What would-
stopped from being
what would,
involved.
what should like
we're,
Hall of
we're not
Flowers
getting.
do?
But I'm just saying. Well, I don't know. Hold on. I'm just saying. Like I know in Chicago alone, like there were no actual black licenses given out to people to open up weed shops.
Okay.
Like it's like
So I have like a quota for the
it's
amount
the
of
same
black
game
businesses
that white America runs. It's just the same game. It's
And-
like,
and-
hey, we're gonna build a new system, and we're also gonna stop you from being a part of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be that way.
But
you
it-
know?
it's-
I know.
But even when they give them out
I'm
though,
surprised there
when they give them out when they give these licenses out, they know who they handing that to.
100%.
Like it takes $250,000 to even begin in this shit, and you handing this to people from these disenfranchised spots that just got out of jail that they don't have that type of money, and then you put these crazy restrictions on what they can sell and what they can't. It's like it was like a backhand compliment. In a weird kind of way. So it made people go try to attach themselves to other people and burn it out. And then while this shit is getting tangled, everybody's getting ready for this federal rush. You know what I'm saying? So by the time everybody pretty much gets something, they going to hit the lever. And it's going to be a new thing. So it's just like, you got to know that and know like, it's like, okay, well shit, what can I create so that we can do something dope? I want to do a woman's brand. I want to do something for my mother. I want to do all these different things. Like, how can we attack it differently? Because like once wrong real one get in, I'm kicking the door down. We finna come do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
And it's a lot of dope, man. Man, Jason McKnight, man. You'll hear all about him though. We're gonna do a documentary. It's something crazy that these people go to and what they put these people through, even the ones with licenses.
Yeah. I would love to watch that. I'm super interested in that.
No, we're
experience.
trying to create something now. Like he has my grower has one of the craziest stories I ever heard. He had a license and they kept kicking in the door front of his kids. It's like, it was like some wild shit. Then his wife just stayed down while he was in jail, and she worked it out that he came home to a 50,000 square foot building to do his thing, and this guy been growing for 20 something years. She like, it was some real like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Like on some legal Bonnie and Clyde. Now we gonna rock out. And then I watched his last 18 months, man, and niggas banging about like 30 million, 35 million with him and his wife and the lawyer, another black lady that helped him get out of jail. Sick, bro. I'm like, whoa, this shit sound like TV. I gotta fuck with this, so yeah.
Bus driver shortage forces Boston students to take party bus equipped with stripper pole. The national-wide bus driver shortage has forced some districts to cancel field trips or even in-class learning. One Boston school came up with an unexpected and amusing solution. Juniors at Brook Charter Schools took a party bus on a recent class trip for their AP Language and Composition class. Their teacher, Jim Mayers, addressed the funny situation in a since-deleted tweet last Friday, explaining he and school officials had to get resourceful to ensure students had a fun day. It's a funny story, but there's actually is a real bus shortage, and it speaks to major flaws in our education system. This in no way is a reflection of anyone involved in planning the trip. We were trying to have a fun day with the kids, and that's exactly what happened.
Y'all think he used the party bus afterwards? Y'all think he was like, yo, I got this bitch for the weekend. I ain't about to stop. You got me fucked up. I'm about to take this bitch out. I just think it's so like, I can't let the kids go on the party bus with the stripper pole, because I've been on a party bus with a stripper pole, and I know what happened on that bus. So I can't let the kids go on the bus. I would immediately be like, no. Let's run the black light through this thing and be like, nah, these kids can't be in here. It's already kids on the walls. We got to get these kids out of here.
Hey, look at that kid sitting in that sin over there.
You run the black light, it's just a ghost of a kid.
It's just sin all over the place.
Just sitting down, you see a full come drunk kid.
That's fucking wild.
Feels like a party bus doesn't carry that many kids. Like, it feels like kind of a bad excuse. Unless it was like we filled up 2 buses and there's like 12 extra kids and those kids get a party bus.
No, what party bus you on?
And then I'm
With
wondering
12
who got
people?
that
They
party
like
bus.
tie balloons or something around. Like they had to like not just.
I think it was more than just one bus. There was 72 kids. So it was several buses.
Also, party buses be big sometimes. What are you talking about?
I guess you're right. Yeah. I can think of some big party buses, but that's funny because a lot of those in my mind are converts of buses like school buses. So why doesn't the school have buses?
Wait, what? What party buses have you been on?
I've
That
been
were
on
old
a number
school
of-
buses.
I've been on some. I've been on like big party buses that were like full on, but that like were carved out
I
on
know
the
what you're
inside
talking
and the
about. Yeah,
outside.
not those ones. I'm more like, split the difference.
I'm thinking about the small ones with the stripper poles. Like they're like
the lights.
But to me, those don't fit that many people. They do.
No, you got big ones too, yeah.
I guess so.
People be taking them to Vegas. They be having hella motherfuckers in there.
Can't they just tell the kids that they're just like poles like on the subway?
But also, like,
Be like, those aren't stripper poles.
But they're high school kids. They know. They knew.
are they high schoolers?
Yeah.
Oh, that bus got wild. This is crazy.
They turned up.
They're
high
juniors.
school. It's
They're
complete.
juniors.
Oh, they just
Yeah.
mad. The school might be responsible for babies now, because legitimately, my junior year on a party bus with a stripper pole, we getting that bitch lit.
Yeah,
I'm about to have them wilding out on this bus.
they wouldn't dare do that in Compton.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That shit'd be
I heard
burnt
kids.
out.
When I hear juniors in high school, I'm like, oh, that's wild.
It's an AP literature class.
It was for AP Language and Composition class.
Yeah, them the most turned.
For sure. Them kids brought drugs.
Yeah.
For sure.
They articulate themselves very well.
R. Kelly found guilty on all counts in federal racketeering and sex trafficking trial. Faces decades in prison. R. Kelly has been found guilty in his federal racketeering and sex trafficking trial in New York after 6 weeks of testimony regarding sexual abuse. After 50 witnesses were heard from and after prosecutors argued that the disgraced R&B singer had been working for over 20 years to recruit girls and young women for sexual exploitation, including the creation of porn, a 12-person jury came to the conclusion Monday afternoon and found him guilty of all 9 counts of the racketeering and sex trafficking charges against him. The charges Kelly included 1 count of racketeering based on 14 underlying acts that included sexual exploitation of children, kidnapping, forced labor, and 8 violations of the sex trafficking statute. The main U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly handed the case to the jury around 1:40 p.m. Friday, with the 7 men and 5 women announced to have reached the verdict around 3 p.m. Monday. Kelly had been accused of sexually abusing more than 20 people, with claims from the trial dating back to the 90s. Earlier this month, one woman who accused Kelly of having sexual intercourse with her when she was 14 or 15 said she walked in on the singer performing oral sex on Aaliyah when she was just a teen. Kelly sat motionless in reaction to the news with his facial expressions hidden by a mask. The jury's verdict came 13 years.
I'm asking, like, was it like a COVID
Probably
mask?
a
Or did this
COVID
nigga have one of the Zorro masks? What if he was like, I'm gonna go out as the Pied Piper, fuck it. I'm gonna come in with the Zorro mask on.
The jury's verdict came in 13 years after Kelly was acquitted of child pornography charges during its state trial in Illinois.
How long is R. Kelly really gonna go to prison? I do have a very interesting question that's been going on in my head constantly. As somebody that grew up on all R. Kelly's music, as somebody that believes R. Kelly should wholeheartedly be in prison, he should definitely go to prison. Now that he is going to prison and the money can only go on his books, can we still not stream the records? Because look, no, I have an actual question. It's not when a person is if justice is served at some point, do you not go back to like a slate again? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it go like, okay, well, now that justice is served and we know this person is never getting out of prison, are we okay listening to this music, or do we just throw away the music forever? Is the question.
That's a good question.
He faces life.
Yeah, he's gonna be in prison for life. Like, we're never gonna have to see him again. He doesn't get the benefit from his. He doesn't get the benefit necessarily. I guess his kids do, but do you hate his kids that much?
His
It's a hey, listen, you really hitting it for real.
I'm asking a question.
I think you have a great point, and I think what's fucked up is not can you do that, or you as a person gonna feel comfortable listening to him knowing he might be talking about some 12 or
I'm not at all.
I'm just saying that's the fight that I think that people are having. I don't think it's the can he get some money, because the flip side is
I said that for him because his argument is always that I guess he feels as though it's, don't you say, if the person can benefit from it, like he doesn't argue against, not that he cares about them, but he's not gonna argue against John Lennon or Elvis because they're dead. Doesn't really do anything for them. They're dead.
Right.
Even though they may have bad track records for whatever reason, his whole argument was R. Kelly's living today, so all that money is that you're streaming his records goes to his pockets today. Then my argument becomes the nigga in prison.
Yeah. The flip side is though the Aaliyah music is out now, and that's all him.
That is all him.
Yeah.
So that's his.
Right.
That's where he can get his. You feel me? Is off. But
she had the number one album.
Because we love Aaliyah.
She had the number one album.
So now everybody's in this catch-22 then.
Yeah.
Because he wrote all of it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one.
The one. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The one they was holding for all that years.
Yeah.
They holding it. Because they know we might need this motherfucker. It could be a ploy to make sure,
The album went number one.
And the thing is, we love Aaliyah. So do we love Aaliyah more than do we hate what he did? It works there. But
it does. I just listen to Body Kiss.
When Step in the Name of Love come on, it's like,
no.
That's where they gonna have a problem.
No, yeah.
To me, all these niggas weird, so that shit don't really do nothing to me. Like, okay, he's just the one that got caught. It's all type of shit going on. So
I was saying that earlier about how, like, during the Me Too movement and the billionaires and the scandals and all these people went down, that I was like, they didn't get all of them. They got the ones who were just messier than the rest of them, who just did too fucking much. It's still a whole bunch of other people who are their colleagues or people who work with them who are still there like, hey, nigga, don't bring me up. Because I was talking about the show, The Morning Show, and I was saying how it so really feels real. Like, man, is this really what's going on at the actual news station? Is this how things were handled? Were they handling people this way? So then it makes you think like, yo, they are really showing this person's life, even though they're not using their name. We know who the fuck they're talking about. We're watching the real story breakdown. I'm like, how do the other people who were in cahoots with these people feel about this story being out there?
Right.
It just made me feel like this is I don't know.
I think what it is, what nobody's thinking about or talking about, like the other writers that now don't get no money and they kids is all fucked up. The other guys that's produced that didn't do shit.
Talking about the Cosby Show and how many people it took to make the Cosby Show.
With R. Kelly, it is different because that nigga's 100%er. He was writing and producing all his records.
Yeah, but what about the person that was working his radio records?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
You know what I'm saying? Those get bonuses. Like a lot of these people's whole legacy of like, I'm the one that worked that to platinum or 2 million. They can't even say that no more.
Yeah.
It's like that shit fucked up a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
It did, but then your argument again becomes If that person was the person working radio, that person was the person at A&R that was helping him really put things together, that person also probably was watching things happen right in front of them and being like, my platinum plaques is worth way more than this young woman's story.
But then black people say don't snitch. It's all getting tricky out here, man.
It's getting tricky.
It's getting tricky.
It's getting tricky.
We're going to have to erase these rules in a minute.
But no. Don't snitch is always, in my opinion, for street culture. We
taught that as kids. Like, don't tell on your cousin. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do that.
Don't snitch for certain shit. But, like, for me, I don't know if it's necessarily. I do agree with you. I do think it's a problem within.
It's just a slippery slope, bro.
No, well, I'm saying in the sense of, like, if certain things are happening, you should fucking snitch.
Right.
I'm not a nigga that's going to be like, oh, no.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, you know.
There's a line.
But I know, of course, it's the narrative that is constantly preached to us. And you do feel like, hey, nigga, I only can abide by one way if I'm from one place.
Yeah, I think don't snitch really just be like, don't tell the police. We can tell everybody else.
Yeah.
it does actually. It really means that. Like, don't tell them. Like, okay, like we can sit there, like, hey, we can discipline it here, but
handle it amongst
like you definitely supposed to say something. But like that whole, when I saw that, I was really watching that Aaliyah drop. Like, let me see something here, because is this like the one, like, okay, this is the asterisk. Okay, we'll let you get this off. Maybe one of his biggest paydays. It's probably his last big payday was that album.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm talking about now.
For sure.
This is the last big money he gonna have.
Yeah.
To be able to, whatever he got to do with that.
Do you stop yourself? Because no bullshit, I found myself listening to Body Kiss, which is an album I love from the Isley Brothers. R. Kelly wrote and produced the fucking full album. He literally didn't do one record. Tin and Bob did it, the other record. And other than that, R. Kelly did every record.
Right.
I hear R. Kelly all through background vocals because the nigga is a narcissist and he gonna put himself in that goddamn record. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if I ever said this on the show, but if I haven't, I'm gonna bring it up again. I say it all the time. It's the funniest thing the day it hit me. That this nigga R. Kelly would write Ron Isley records, and every time he wrote himself in the record, he got to fuck Ron Isley's bitch. How sick are you to write yourself in a record, and every time you like, and guess what happens right here, Ron? I fuck your bitch.
So I'm fuck her again.
Guess
and
what?
We just keep the story going.
I'm back. Hey, nigga, I'm back.
Guess who's back?
Fucking your bitch.
It's me again.
Nigga, it's sick. He has Down Low. He has Down Low too. He has Contagious. He has literally like 4 Busted. He has like 4 or 5 records where Ron Isley is catching R. Kelly fucking his bitch. It is the wildest shit. I never said it before. I'm bringing it up now.
Do you think R. Kelly was really fucking his bitch?
1000%.
You gotta do some inspiration.
Kelly's method. If you don't know Kel's method.
Listen, man, that shit is crazy. For me, you know what I try to do? Like, I'll catch that shit coming on, and I won't turn it off. But I probably won't go as hard as I used to. I've caught myself in that mode, and I know, like, I have a thing where, like, anything after this album, like, when I was like, oh, no, that nigga crazy.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with nothing after that.
Okay.
But all that shit before that, like, I found out that, you know.
So you said his better stuff.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the stuff before I believe.
It feels like you being like, yo, after, you know, Sunday, whatever it was called.
After 12 play 2000.
Yeah, you was done.
I don't really much need, because that's when I was like, I'm old enough to know, like, hey man, that nigga crazy.
You said after TP2.
Yeah, like that's when all that shit
TP2
hit.
was incredible.
Now let me tell you what happened.
So
now that I said this, he was bald headed for the whole run before that. Then the nigga get braids
in a week. How he do that?
Bro, he was like, hold on, I gotta look totally different. I gotta switch it up. They about to get me.
It's a question I've been asking.
He knew.
This nigga had braids in a week.
In real, like the Iverson. The Iverson.
It was dropped.
He had dope braids.
He did a 360 spin in the video. I don't know. This is how sick this is how sick America is as well, and people are. Because I also bring this up. Those are white women. We're not doing this. R. Kelly's in prison a long time ago because they were little black girls. America didn't care because people heard these whispers for years. They heard R. Kelly was a creep for years because he married Aaliyah. That was not even a fucking.
But that shit happened when niggas was so young. So it was like, you know, because when people are older than you You think like they're old.
Yeah, you don't think anything of it either.
Yeah, because it's like they're older than me, so they're old. You don't know age really till you in your 30s and shit.
You think just the old cool nigga got your bitch, and you like, no, he's 13 years older than you.
Yeah, he
bro.
just knew the slick shit to tell her ass. You feel me? I hate them old niggas coming up to
like
it
wasn't that he had a nice car. He had a car.
A car. We ain't had one.
Nigga, yeah. He was in a full-on trial. Where there was an actual tape with him on it, peeing on a girl, doing all type of wild shit that I watched in my 6th grade classroom. I'll never forget it.
In the classroom?
Well, my boy had it, and my teacher left out, and
He had it? Like a VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
It was a VHS?
We was in Chicago. They was on every block, fam.
Bro, yeah, them shits was getting sold, and then
on every block you could get them.
You could buy them, and then then the police start busting you for like selling child pornography.
Yeah.
It was a real thing.
Really?
But so when he was in court, legitimately, I believe this, and I could be a little off on dates. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I believe he dropped Ignition Remix while he was in court. And it was a hit, and we forgot about the trial. And we legitimately was like, damn, this shit good.
That shit hard.
And it was good.
But remember on that album, he said pissed or pee, and they blanked it out on one of the songs. Nigga, go check it out.
He always telling on himself.
Me and the homie was like, did that nigga say pee?
Niggas always do.
He always does.
It was blank. It was blank, bro. Like, they did the same thing with the George Zimmerman shit. They wanted him to get all fat and not look like he was in shape enough to do that. It's the same shit. They needed to change the whole look of him. They waited till the girl was like, I heard 18 or 19 before they testified her. She looked like a grown up, so the conversation just not gonna look the same.
But I also believe that she was paid. Oh, she wasn't trying to necessarily cooperate. Like her parents, her parents or her auntie was. Sparkle was. It was a whole documentary. It came out. Sparkle was her, I think, auntie, and she felt kind of responsible somewhat. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was on a documentary, and yeah, the whole situation was just, but again, I'm from Chicago.
You know what though? With that today though, I saw the team pictures of the Chicago Bulls. Y'all niggas look like y'all finna be good.
We look decent, right?
Y'all look like y'all gonna be like the Hawks the next year.
How you feel?
Or last year.
How you feel about the Bulls this year?
And my boy over there, so you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Compton.
Yeah.
Come on, my nigga.
Yeah. How you feel about the Bulls? You watching NBA this season? Do you have a team? Yeah. Are you gonna pick a team? You told me you were gonna dedicate yourself to a sports team.
I did. I know. And I missed football. I was gonna do fantasy football.
Oh, football.
And I missed.
You were gonna choose football out of all sports.
No, like just because I watched it the least amount growing up. I could get back into basketball. Yeah. I don't know where I'd start.
The Lakers are a great place to start. You live in Los Angeles and have a fucking great team. Why would you not start there?
We're definitely gonna take it. We have to.
I don't think they.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. It's good. It's good for business. It's better for business, bro. The fucking Super Bowl is in LA next year. It's like it's all set up, man.
If LeBron gets his 5th ring, he's the greatest of all time?
He might be the greatest of all time, like overall now.
I think he is, but
I don't think he's a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant, me personally.
Yeah,
but I think he's like a better guy.
So that makes
like on and off the court. Yeah, all this shit matter. It's not like it was where you just go play and then you sit in the house. It's like the music shit. Like we gotta genuinely like you now to listen to your music.
It is true.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like it was before. You can't be a villain
like you used to be.
Yeah, you can't just come out on album day.
Yeah.
Like unless you died in certain people. But the majority of everybody, even Drake, is posting all day. Like he's the biggest fucking guy in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing with basketball. It's like Kobe was like, I came to hoop. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah. People don't realize Kobe was a villain for most of his career. Kobe was the motherfucker that looked at you in the face and be like, fuck you, nigga.
LeBron's like, I came to ball. Fuck all y'all. We trying to get this. We gonna get the whole squad rich and we gonna win the chips. It's like he got a different thing.
Dez Bryant slammed for saying Colin Kaepernick's protest didn't have a call to action. NFL free agent Dez Bryant has come under fire after he suggested that there was no call to action during Colin Kaepernick's national anthem protest. In a chat with I Am Athletes, the former Cowboys wide receiver offered his thoughts on Kaepernick's protest. I respect Colin Kaepernick, but there's one thing that I don't respect, he said. I said it when I get the opportunity and to get on the stage, and it said it, I would love to... Wait, sorry. I said it when I get the opportunity, and to get on the stage and say it, I would, and I love him to death. So it ain't no hate or nothing like that. But brother, you had the biggest opportunity in the world to create jobs, build jobs, give jobs to people. The people that you was talking about, the people you so-called standing up for, the people who stood beside you, the people who lost their jobs because of you. Where are you at? I ain't heard from you. He went on to say that he had reached out to Kaepernick to no avail, and he added, he brought the awareness, and that's why I respect him. When asked what the call to action of the protest was, however, Bryant replied, there wasn't one. It's just like I see all these athletes. I hear them on Twitter. They be writing these cool-ass captions, he continued. I'd be like, hey, the NFL told you to put out a Black Lives Matter tweet, and you did it. But I ain't see you do it. That's a difference.
Oh, he hit him with some shit right there.
What?
That's cold.
No, he didn't.
That's hard. He hit him.
No.
I'm going to tell you this. First of all, I was going to say this anyway. Rappers retire the Kaepernick thing. That shit is, I'm tired of it. All that rap cap. Everybody's been using that Kaepernick joke. They need to end that shit. Rappers in that. As far as Kaepernick, bro, it's different because he did get the platform. And then he had a chance to really show that he was ready to play, right? And I'm pretty sure it was like around that time Jay-Z was in there. So I know a string got pulled to get him tryouts. The nigga want to switch it to another spot. He want to do all these being difficult type things. You hit for $80 million. You got a better life. You really have anyway.
He didn't get $80 million.
Man, he hit, well, the story that he want everybody to know that he hit for $80 million. All this shit, he got documentaries. And it's like, them niggas was there with him. They got fined too. They was getting in trouble too. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, bro. The bag chase get real.
But they got their jobs back. Only one person lost his job, and he got his job back.
But I'm saying
Cap
this.
never got his job back.
Never got his job back. And he did do stuff, though. He
Cap
raised
had
over
a
millions of dollars.
Cap had a chance to do the tryout, and it was like, nah, I want to do it over
forget
here.
the tryout, but because what Dez Bryant is talking about more about
he's
the
talking
people
about his issue, right?
Yeah, he's talking about more the people. He's still with more about the people, the actual people. And I disagree. I think Cap has done a lot for the people. I think Cap, like you said, the awareness has raised money and actually put money back within the communities a whole bunch. What has Dez Bryant done?
And Dez Bryant refused to kneel.
Dez Bryant has done a whole bunch of also shucking and jiving before in the past. So this don't surprise me to watch him be like, hey, they gave you an opportunity to be back in the NFL. It's like, I don't want to fucking work with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm saying me. I don't know about Cap.
I think the media got a way of giving y'all the story y'all want to hear. It's no reason for that man to say that if that shit don't hit him some kind of way. These guys really were
that
witty.
Man be saying a whole bunch
what I'm
of
telling
shit.
you though. These guys obviously were together doing shit that we don't know nothing about. We in the industry. We got certain relationships. Everybody don't be really knowing everything. I watch stories go out that I know is full of shit. So just because they decided to make this nigga the darling don't mean it went that way. I just saw a fucking something go out that I'm involved in that didn't all the way go that way. So I know that they can plant whatever story they want. That nigga don't gain nothing from doing that. He gonna sound like a hater. He probably was calling his mans that probably used to talk to him all the time.
What you mean he don't gain nothing?
You don't
You know
know.
why? You know why? No, I will agree with you on that.
Because you know that type of shit go down.
1,000%. I will say to you, I don't know, because we don't know.
No, we don't know.
Yeah, but I will say to you this. That man has a lot to gain in the sense of clout chasing. Have you not watched some of our grades of greats get older?
Oh, yeah,
and
these
these
niggas
niggas
be
get
looking
irrelevant
crazy.
and they get out here and start talking crazy. You like, oh, you don't know how not to be in the limelight. You want to be still looked at as anything. We watch Scottie Pippen. We watch Paul Pierce. We watch a lot of motherfuckers who we love and look at and be like, man, they're the best.
But
and
was
then,
Pippen wrong?
about what? A whole bunch of shit Pippen be wrong on.
Wow.
Pippen just be jealous of LeBron, first of all day. You like
Jordan
Pip.
ain't never won without Pippen. Pippen done won without Jordan.
What has Pippen ever won without Jordan?
Got to the Western Conference Finals without Jordan.
We call it now. Winning Mike wouldn't even do that.
Mike ain't won shit. He ain't even got out the first round of the playoffs without Pippen.
What you
These
think,
are
Chris?
Facts. You can look this shit up.
What you think, Chris Reinacher?
I see Pippen and Jordan as the classic duo.
What do you mean? Pippen has won way more games without Mike than Mike won without him.
Wow.
You can look this shit up.
Yeah, Pippen
I
has
mean-
played on other teams outside of that. What do you mean?
And he won wherever he did never lose. He took the fucking Bulls without him down to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jordan didn't even win a playoff series without Pippen.
He didn't win no rings.
Jordan didn't
though.
win a playoff series without Scottie Pippen.
Okay,
There's
Robert
not
Horry,
one.
Robert Horry got more rings than both of them. That's irrelevant.
But I'm just telling you, so is it false just because we like Jordan more because he sold more shoes?
No,
We gotta chill. We always running from the truth.
Oh, this is the Jordan hate.
These are the facts. It's not Jordan hate. These are the facts. I only speak in facts. Anytime you talk to me, I don't do no opinions because that shit is biased.
So
Facts.
fact?
We can look at the numbers. Jordan has never won a fucking playoff series without Scottie Pippen.
Wow, I've never
Scottie
heard
Pippen has
this
went to the was a
much Pippen
alley-oop,
supremacy pitch so
alley-oop
far.
play away from going to the finals with the weak ass Portland Trailblazers.
But you gotta understand this. Pippen has never like he
Bro.
lived in Jordan's like shadow the whole time.
We like Future, we like Jordan. I get it,
No,
but the facts are the
Was
facts.
Jordan the Steve Jobs?
I fucks with both of them, but the facts are, man, come on.
Are you saying Jordan was just the Brandon? Jordan was just the Steve Jobs of it
No,
all?
I-
And Pippen
no,
was
he
doing
didn't
the
say
real
that.
work?
No, I never said that. Jordan's an amazing basketball
I mean, so
player.
is
Never in my
Steve
life.
Jobs.
I'm saying,
he's not an amazing basketball player.
Yeah, well.
Steve Jobs is like I saw Steve Jobs about here.
No,
dribbling.
you should see a pic.
he was doing that type of shit. But is Pippen wrong by saying like, nah, nigga, I can serve this dude?
Who he say he can serve?
Sure, he feel like he better than Jordan.
No, he does. He
Bro, he does.
He
You
doesn't
can tell.
actually. But he doesn't. He
does.
doesn't actually feel like he's better than
And
Jordan.
you said Paul Pierce. What was that about?
'Cause I'm saying
the truth.
I'm saying greats that we've watched say crazy shit on TV or something that you be like, are you cloud chasing or do you
But
really
did he
mean
lie?
this? Yeah, they be lying.
When did he lie? When did Paul Pierce lie?
I don't got no quote, nigga. I don't work for ESPN right now. But I'm saying I be watching Paul Pierce. I be watching Scottie Pippen. It's another motherfucking great. I'm thinking about who I be watching. I be like, what is this for? Like, are you doing this because you're not as relevant anymore and you need that
OJ.
shit?
It's OJ.
OJ do that all the time, but OJ ain't gonna never let you forget about him. OJ ain't gonna never let y'all forget.
OJ like, nigga, yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm tripping still.
OJ might sell motherfucking OJ should actually sell never forget shirts. Never forget.
That'd be crazy. It's crazy. I with a teardrop on him or something. He's sick. He's
He
a
is
sicko,
sick.
bro.
He
He's
is
a
sick.
sicko. But again, to Kaepernick in that, I love it. I love all of that part. But I'm talking about that sound like two mad homies.
That's like one mad homie.
Definitely. Definitely sounds like one mad homie. You're right. Mad homie Quan.
The other nigga at home like, what's
He like,
up?
I'm chilling. I hit the leg. I hit the leg. Chill out. I got something for you. Slow down.
Slow down.
I got a thing for like the underdog though. I'll be into it. Like I want to see like, yeah, like why is he feeling like that? I'll be into that type of shit.
But what if you found out it was from nothing, just envy?
Then I'm hot. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just did all this for
On
you.
a
and shit. I'm
podcast.
pissed. I'm pissed at this point.
Ohio haunted house actor accidentally stabs 11-year-old boy in the foot. Ohio police say an 11-year-old boy was accidentally stabbed while visiting a haunted house. The incident occurred on the night of September 18th. Authorities say a 22-year-old actor was outside the 7 floors of Hell Attraction attempting to scare patrons as they entered the house. The man was allegedly wielding a knife he had brought from home and had been scraping the ground as the child approached with a friend. Moments
This
later...
nigga- I'm sorry, go. Keep going.
Moments later, the actor accidentally stabbed the boy's Croc-style shoe, causing his toe to bleed. Haunted house staffers
Fucking
reportedly
moron.
rendered first aid as they waited for officers and the child's mother to arrive. Once at the scene, officers asked the boy's mom if she wanted to take her son to the hospital. However, the child refused further medical treatment and ultimately entered the haunted house as planned. Although haunted house organizers
fuck
supplied
with
their
him.
actors with prop weapons, the 22-year-old man chose to bring his own knife. According to a police report, he admitted that using the knife was not a good idea and that the injury was an accident and he had no intentions of hurting anyone.
He sounds like an idiot. He sounds like a nice idiot, at least, like that he admitted it all. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, why would you bring a real knife to the haunted house, fam? Like, unless you were planning on murdering somebody.
I think he's a weirdo dude with a knife who like eats apples with knives and shit. And he's type of like, what town is this in? Yeah, for sure. He works at an Ohio haunted house. So
no,
I feel
but I don't
like
think it's that type of knife. I don't
it's
think
not-
he brought like the knife that motherfuckers flip out and like.
I thought he would be
to
like,
a
this
haunted
makes a cool
house.
sound and it scares people. It's like, you fucking idiot. You don't know how to work a knife.
I feel like
This is a haunted house.
I feel like you bring
A
a
Bowie
scream
style
knife.
knife? What's that? Bowie style?
Yeah, it's like a
Rambo
fishing
joint?
knife. Is that
No. Look at
Rambo's?
that.
That's big. That's like a
Oh,
machete.
no, this is a real knife.
It's a big knife.
It's
Yeah,
a huge
it's like,
knife.
Yeah, what you talking about?
He just brought it and they were like, cool, you're signed
That's
off.
a murderer's knife, man. That's literally a murderer's knife. I look at the knife, I'm like, oh yeah, nigga, he gonna kill you.
Why would you even buy this knife if you weren't gonna try to murder somebody?
Did you hear Brian has a knife on the second floor?
Do you remember when that thing happened with the when the Batman came out at the movie theater?
The Bat? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In Aurora, yeah.
Yeah,
That's like remind me of that type of shit. Like somebody just out of nowhere with a real thing. Like, wait a minute.
Well, they had that maybe like 5-6 years ago in Ohio. There was a haunted house and a dude murdered like 3 people.
Oh, that's insane. I was in the theater when that shit happened.
Really?
I'm like, is this gonna be a thing? Like they like shut the movie off and like announced it.
You were in the.
I was there seeing, like, you know, everybody was like, because that one with that one was so good, The Dark Knight. Everybody was waiting to see the one with Bang.
Yeah, that was super. Yeah, right.
So everybody
was
like,
full week and a half of that. They was like constantly.
So that midnight show, I was like, we're at it. We're gonna be at it. We want to see it when they go down. And then like I remember like on Twitter, everybody started looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Like, they announced like it was a actual like real murder. Somebody hopped up with a Joker outfit on and shot the place up or some shit. Yeah. I was like, we're going home. Yeah. Like they cut I was scared as shit. I'd have been around some shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
That is scary.
People were really scared to even go to movie theaters.
Yeah, for the whole next like 2 weeks, they were like,
bro, like every movie I went to afterwards,
it was crazy.
I still think about
did
that.
you go
in
back?
A dark room with all these people I don't even know. People behind me.
Why are we bringing this up? They forgot about this now. Somebody's watching like, I could do that, huh?
No, don't do it.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Smoke some weed and think about it. Don't do that.
That calms you down.
The last time I was in a movie theater, I was pretty paranoid, like a majority of the time. Like,
did you smoke before you got there?
Yeah, I also had just heard a story like 2 days before, and it's like another horror movie story where there was a couple watching. There's only one other guy, and then he just executed the people and walked out.
See, hearing any horror story is the worst thing, or seeing any horror story is the worst thing you can do. Like, I know people who would say, like, do you ever watch plane crash videos before you get on a plane? I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Why the fuck would I think that was a smart idea to make my nerves go all crazy and shit? So I don't want to hear any more movie stories because I'm thinking about going to see a movie.
I hate assholes that do that.
Yeah.
Look, I hate them.
Yeah.
I literally hate them.
Well, one thing I feel like was good is that the kid went back into the haunted house at the end. I feel like that's a really good face your fear. That could have got legit stabbed in a haunted house, and he could have been fucking afraid of haunted houses forever. And that crocked fucking kid was like, no, I'm going back in.
I hope it was good, though. I hope he didn't get to the end and was like, what the fuck? Like, I really just, my foot been bleeding this whole time, and the haunted house was trash.
Yeah.
It's not worth the drip, bro.
I definitely hope he's okay, but I feel like the cops came in there were like, all right, this is fine. But it would suck to have a injury forever from a haunted house.
Authorities searching for missing 19-year-old woman in Central Florida who never boarded flight home. Celebs are joining in the search for a missing 19-year-old woman who authorities said was last seen Friday night in an apartment complex near University of Central Florida. Mia Marcano's story is touching many people who are sharing her info on social media in hopes that she is found safely, after her family said she disappeared hours before she was supposed to fly home to Fort Lauderdale for a visit. Orange County officials say she was last seen around 5 p.m. Friday at the Arden Villas apartment. Investigators describe her as 5 feet tall and weighing 130 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. Orange County deputies searched outside, and around the apartment complex on Saturday, while Mia's family traveled from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando to speak with detectives. Her father told the news outlet that his daughter lived and worked for the apartment complex in the leasing office. But he did not hear from her when she got off work. He added that she was scheduled to catch a flight to her family's home later that night, but said she never boarded the plane. A big issue that people who recently moved in have had is that the gate that we have is not always closed, and people would like it always to be closed, a resident at the apartment complex told the news station. I think especially after this, they will make a change. Authorities did not name any suspects.
For a body to happen? For people to be like, let's fix the locks?
Yeah, this is I just saw a couple hours ago, though, that the person that they did have of interest, the maintenance man at the apartment complex.
He has an alibi?
He was just found dead from a
he killed himself. They say apparently he killed himself.
And that he was like obsessed with her.
And that he probably killed her as well.
Yeah, that he had broken into her apartment before and like a bunch of stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's sick though. Like, I saw that shit and I'm just like, I saw, I'm not a woman. I can't speak to it. You can more. But like, I saw one of the top comments was like, "Yo, it's always something with the building though. Like, it's always." When you report, hey, it's a guy out, this thing going on, that they kind of just always brush it off. Like, we'll get to that lock whenever, or we'll do this thing. And like, as men, we don't necessarily feel that same. We don't, at all. Like, so with that being said, it's just like, I don't know. I feel super sad to even hear the story. And you're just like, yeah, this person was hired to take care of the actual building so that you have access
to every apartment.
To everything. So yeah, it's super scary.
Yeah, no, it is really scary. I think just being like a woman in general, like living anywhere, there's like threats from men that are gonna freak you out and make you afraid, and you're really vulnerable in those situations, especially when it does happen in an apartment complex or something like that. That person knows where you live. They probably know somewhat of your schedule. They can like track you down easily, obviously. So I pray she is found safely, or her parents and family get some sort of answer to what's going on.
Man, that's cold. That's scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
I got a little girl. I got daughters, so that should be like, ooh. Yeah.
So many weird dudes everywhere.
Yeah.
Weird dudes. And then being a woman, then the weird dude is like, I have power in this situation. There's just a lot of weird guys out there.
That shit wild. Like when I had to like my oldest, she's in San Diego in college, and man, I just my next oldest, she's going to Grambling, so I had to take her down, and I'm like, here, put this knife under your bed. And she's like, what are you doing, Dad? I'm like, just because I can't just run to you like I could if you're here. That shit is like a scary ass thing. Like, the fuck? Because them your baby, so you kind of like want them to be sensitive, but you like, I don't want them to be all manly neither. It's like this weird thing. You know what I'm saying? When you got to like trust that they know how to handle themselves in that type of situation. Mm-hmm. So when I be hearing shit like that, I be like, oh.
Yeah.
I think it's important. It's super important to like instill in your children, especially your girls, like how to defend yourself and how to also how to defend yourself and how to not feel like you have to make yourself small when it comes to men. I was just having this conversation with my friend the other day about how like women we get hit on when we're out and about, and like we have to pretend we have to still be polite because it's kind of like we're scared. Like if we're not polite to you, then we don't know what's going to happen or how men are going to react. So it's like we have to be polite. But I think it's important to like teach women that you don't have to be polite. Like you can still be assertive and like tell someone that this is making you feel uncomfortable in an aggressive way, because that might scare them off more than you like making yourself small for them. So I love that you do that with your daughters. I think it's really important.
Yeah, that shit is like really, really like scary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Is.
Like when you like send them out into the world and you just know that it's like a bunch of creeps and shit out. Mm-hmm. And to know that it's gonna really, even if I could get there, it's gonna take me like 3 hours before I was like, God, I don't know what could be happening. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just gotta trust like shit that nothing crazy like that happens. And you know, if it does, you know, they ready to get down.
Yeah. Definitely.
That shit crazy.
You're a busy guy, so stop thinking about what to wear and just embrace the radically efficient Mack Weldon Daily Wear System. The Daily Wear System is a selection of clothes rooted in smart design, made with performance fabrics and built to work together. From breathable t-shirts and polos to stylish button-ups and shorts, underwear and beyond, Mack Weldon makes it easy for you to dress for work, leisure, and play, or wherever your summer takes you. For the ultimate lazy Sunday, their ACE sweatshorts have modern tailoring and pair perfectly with their ultra-soft, ultra-upgraded Pima tees. Or for weekend travels, both near and far, their silver knit polo and radius shorts are the perfect high-tech, highly packable combo. Buy some time this summer with the Mack Weldon Daily Wear System. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/wineandweed and enter promo code wineandweed. That's mackweldon.com/wineandweed. Promo code wineandweed for 20% off. Mack Weldon, radically efficient wardrobing. It's no secret that podcast advertising has taken the marketing landscape by storm. As part of Wine and Weed, I know our audience trusts us to put out great content and to curate sponsors with products or services that you guys actually find useful. That's part of why these ads read by us work so well. But the process of booking these ads isn't always simple, and it's a big reason why we were reluctant to in the past. Before Gumball, things were complicated, messy, and there was a lot of back and forth. The ads were harder to curate, and choosing which sponsored brands worked best for us was more difficult. But it doesn't have to be. That's where Gumball comes in. Gumball has made it easier for us to book ads so we can focus less on the back end work and more on making great content for listeners like you. Gumball makes things so easy, it's practically magic. Advertisers book spots on shows like ours, and scripts come directly to us. All we have to do is record. Bottom line, Gumball makes things easier for everyone. Key features for podcasters are it helps show monetize, learn about an advertiser before you say yes, and you can choose to work with brands that fit the audience. We're on Gumball, so guess what? You can buy ads on our show by going to gumball.fm and searching for Wine and Weed. If you're an advertiser or a podcaster, have a look at gumball.fm. Browse shows, discover new advertising options, or list your own podcast today. FedEx fires driver who refused to deliver to homes with flags representing BLM and Biden administration. Ex-FedEx employee Vincent Petrino mocked Kamala Harris' name with vulgar term via TikTok. A former FedEx driver who vowed in a profanity-laced video to never deliver packages to houses championing the Black Lives Matter movement, Joe Biden, has since been fired and now won't be delivering packages to any houses at all. First reported by 2Fab on Friday, the delivery company terminated the employee after catching wind of his TikTok in which he smugly stated he will not extend services to any houses with flag representing BLM or the president or the VP, using a vulgar term to mock Harris's first name.
I love him being like, yes, services.
What's up, TikTok? Just
like
wanted to
he owns it.
Do you guys want to watch the TikTok?
Oh, he has a TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She'll put it on the screen on.
Just wanted to come on here and let all you know, if you don't have a flag in front of your house, and if you have a Joe Biden Kamala fucking camel toe posted up in front of your house.
If you don't have a flag in front of your house?
Actual American.
I will not deliver your shit.
You're not getting your
I
shit.
will not deliver your shit. I will bring that back to the station. And I'll keep doing that shit.
Did they call it a
Have a good
station?
day.
Does he even
What the
work
fuck
there?
is that playing in the background? That shit got him out.
Yeah, what is that? Is that Lady Antebellum or some shit?
It's like Evanescence or something.
And is that person like, I also co-signed this message? What band is that?
I think he had even more criteria. I think the first one was if you don't have a flag in front of your house.
Yeah.
But if
American
you
flag.
have a Joe Biden flag or a Kamala Camel Toe Harris flag. Is that what he said?
Yeah, if you don't have a flag.
That guy's got to chill.
He gotta chill.
That guy.
Wait, where he live?
This was in.
So if you don't have any flags in front of your house, this guy won't deliver to you?
He's like, you're on the fence too much. Where are you at?
Feels like
Is
he's
it
just
Biden or is it America? Which
Taking
one?
it back. You're not getting your pack.
Yeah. You like, one more fucking
What the
stock
fuck is
X
wrong with man? He gotta chill. What was that song in the background?
Yeah.
He was going
I
up
said,
to
how-
that
That
shit.
shit, you only do one move with that. You only do one move with that motherfucker.
I think he definitely was like, if you have a Biden flag in front of your house, like I got a Trump flag, I'm not delivering to you. And then he went around and like nobody has Biden flags.
I watched it back
And
like
he
this
was
shit
like,
weak.
Okay, well, if you don't have a flag at all, then also that's like having a Biden flag. So I'm not delivering from you either. You know, he had to like slowly construct that idea. Because
I just don't get why he thinks he can run this company like his company. He's like, y'all not getting y'all packages, motherfuckers. He's like, you have a boss.
He like, nah.
And they follow you, nigga, for sure. Like, also, where he thought he could post them on TikTok and they wouldn't find them.
That's crazy.
Like, nigga, your boss follows you immediately now when you get a job. Like, you'd be stupid to think you're going to be posting racist shit and shit on your TikTok and they're not going to find out. At FedEx, at that?
do you think he feels like he has a cop style
DHL hires him.
organization around him? Where like,
DHL's like, we don't really care what you do.
Amazon for sure.
What made him,
Amazon definitely don't give a fuck what you do. They're like,
what made him put camel toe as the middle name?
he thought that was clever.
He thought he killed with that shit up.
Yeah.
That shit was weak. He could have came up with something crazy like camel toe Harris.
Camel toe here. And you know,
What the fuck?
you know, the first 3 times he recorded, he was like,
He like, nah, not this one.
he was
Like,
laughing
the
too
fact
hard.
that was probably like the 4th take is weak as fuck.
He said kryptonite one time.
He probably,
Nah, that's not it.
probably was on bullshit.
he didn't have a nickname. He's like, this isn't like light enough. I need
That
to,
shit was weak.
I need to throw in a little punchline at the end.
People are crazy.
People are crazy.
People are stupid.
People are stupid.
Fuck.
People are crazy.
Ah.
People be peopling.
I visited Santa Cruz this week, and I do like Santa Cruz, and I'm not trying to throw Santa Cruz under the bus, but Santa Cruz gives a lot of power to the people, and sometimes you're like, people are stupid, but sometimes it has brilliant results, and sometimes it has like.
What do you mean?
Well, there's just like a lot of tent cities around, and I think it's a lot of like commune energy around, and I'm like, are people doing their best?
Tent cities.
Sounds
Sounds like a lot of fucking.
Sounds like a lot of like hippies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to make a statement about Santa Cruz, but it made me think
You
about.
scared of Santa Cruz? Somebody must scared you up there.
And maybe I like Santa Cruz overall, but I think that Santa Cruz goes like super liberal, and it's like have everybody do their own thing, everybody commune up, and that might create a lot of like just chill, kind of like no one needs to work, just like live at a tent and do your thing, and maybe people want to live that way, or maybe that's
You just
how
didn't
they
like
feel.
it.
It's just very like commune.
That's fair. I mean, I know. I always tell you, I dream of me getting away one day and harvesting my own food and like really living on an island and being like, you know what, fuck that. Me and my family stay here and we go down and get the water down and through, at the bottom. But I also know I like Netflix, nigga, and I probably want to have Wi-Fi and be somewhere where I'm like, this is comfortable. I like the idea of it because it makes me feel like I'm a good person. But I also know it's not who I am.
I think that idea is actualized in Santa Cruz, and for some people, and so some people.
And you thought you was about it. You got there and realized you wasn't.
I was like, maybe this works if you buy an island and get it going. But I think once it goes onto a societal level, it kind of breaks down a little bit.
Ooh, so you think COVID's at a higher rate right now in Santa Cruz?
I don't know.
From tent to tent action, and people just walking in from tent to tent.
I think
you got like how you knock on a tent, like how you ring a doorbell, nigga, like how you let somebody know you outside the tent. You guys just yell.
You stayed in tents, you said last week?
No, I didn't stay in tents.
Yeah, he hearing us talking to us.
I meant
he put us all over
fuck that shit.
I didn't stay in tents. I was just at. Have you been to Santa Cruz, California?
Through it. I won't say I've been there.
Yeah, it's like it's like an incredibly liberal city, and so I think the liberalness at one point gets to a point
of too far
where you're like
you guys need some fucking structure.
Yes,
somebody be in charge.
And so in some ways, obviously not everybody.
I need guidance.
You ever think that like laws fucking suck, laws are bullshit, but do you ever think that if we really allowed the people to be in control, it'd be chaos?
It is
mayhem.
It's chaos now.
Yeah, but we at least have somewhat of consistent chaos where you wake
controllable
up.
Chaos.
Yeah, you're like racism's gonna be there. You know at least what you're gonna get in the day. Versus if we allowed the people to start from scratch, we really don't know what would happen.
Right. It's a scary thought. Like, I think if it's no police, it may be better.
It would be better.
I think having police in a lawless land, it'll
like,
get tricky out here.
It gets tricky.
It's
I think the that they had a zone in like Portland that was like that, and it started kind of like cool. They had art, and now it's kind of crimey and tent city and unregulated, and everyone's like, I'm not gonna walk through this part of town.
But you're thinking about the police. You're giving too much power to the structure of what police means versus we're not saying we shouldn't have groups and communities that protect the communities. We're not saying we shouldn't hire other officials to kind of manage what's going on. We're saying that right now the structure and what we have out of the police is not okay.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. I agree with that.
I think police are doing more intensifying situations
100%.
than they are. Because like I live down the street and like I don't see a lot of police, and everybody's kind of just free and frolicking. Like in Compton or in L.A., like it's so many police, and make you feel like shit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
Like,
they like
damn,
nothing yet, nigga.
Something got to be going on, so I got to be on guard because it's a gang of police out here. What the fuck's happening? You know what I'm saying? It's a different looseness this way. You know what I'm saying? Because like if the police fuck with you over here, they like trying to help you. You need some help? Trying to find something? it just don't go down like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of like people who probably raise their kids in households with like there are no rules. We can stay up however late we want.
Yeah,
like,
everyone's winners.
Do what you will. We're just living. Like why? And like there's a lot. I've been watching a lot of Wife Swap recently, and there's a lot of.
How
wives
you be
like
getting
that.
dragged back into Wife Swap?
Well, because Wife
what's
Swap
that?
is amazing.
Wife Swap.
What's that? I mean, I know what it sounds
Wife Swap
like.
is
It
incredible.
sounds pretty.
It's exactly what you think.
It's what you think it is.
Yeah, I've never seen it though.
No, it's a show. You've never seen Wife Swap in life.
It's a reality show
Okay,
from
one of
like
my-
2007.
Yeah,
maybe?
it really is one of my favorite reality shows of all time. But it's a show where you legitimately the producers are sick. And each
The
week
producers
they're like,
are crazy.
oh, who do we know will hate each other? Let's pick a Christian of Christian, and let's pick a Satan worshiping bitch, and let's swap the wives. And they'll swap the wives in the household, and then for the first whatever days, they allow them to have the rules of the household, and they get to change the rules of the household to what they want them to be. So like we wake up and we do seances where you guys would normally pray. I don't know. I'm just more saying that's how it really works.
What
though.
the fuck?
But they do pick a lot of anti-rules families.
Yeah,
there are
they
some
do.
families so liberal that you did not know that families like this existed.
Yes. Where you're
There's
like, what?
one that like are anti-school. They don't let their kids go to
Cleaning
school.
up.
She's learning how to read from like texting. They get super and then they get super military families, and they like switch those
He
all the
wakes up
time.
every morning at 4 a.m. 7,000 push-ups to begin his day. He's 9. I'll tell you how to raise your kid when you tell me how to raise mine.
Yeah, and they swap those. Then they put him in the same room. They have huge fights. They're also very.
You said it's been on since 2007.
Bruh,
It
is
used
amazing.
to be on. It's not on anymore. I don't
And that's
think.
why I'm asking you, why are you back here? Are you
Uh,
binge watching this show that is not around anymore?
Because it's actually it's really informative of how we got here. There's
I believe you though.
I'm constantly watching these people like, oh my god, I know where these people are now, and they're QAnon. They're all QAnon on
all
both sides.
QAnon.
On these sides, they've come together to become QAnon. I swear to God, they definitely are. They're all like, because I don't really believe in the way you think about things, you know. And
But what if they don't?
Well,
Why are you mad at people?
then a lot of them moved to Santa Cruz.
Oh,
And
wow.
Oh, man.
So what
Has
I'm saying,
has anybody ever kept the other one's wife?
no, but like we definitely saw
But you
one
felt
where he was
energy
so-
before.
yes,
You felt energy where you
Yeah.
were like, oh, she don't want to go back
You
home.
know what? You might need to post
And
that.
I've seen some where they've like flirted and you've been like, oh, what if we just did it? No, we're just joking. But then you felt the energy like, them
They
cameras
fucked.
out, they
They
fucked for
fucked.
sure.
Do
Hey,
really
y'all
sleep in
fuck.
the house? Like they
Yeah.
Yeah, they stayed
Yeah.
there for like a week.
They
Yeah.
fuck.
Why
Yeah.
would you sign up your significant other for that?
To-
Like,
it was a
It sounds
reality.
For
horrible.
TV, man. What do you
put in a
mean?
situation to cheat
For
and then,
TV, man.
It was also like when reality TV was like a documentary. Like they really fucking live there. Like they do that shit. Like the camera crew leaves and they come back the next morning, and everyone's
Yeah.
there.
Some fucking went on.
that
Dude.
show
For
has never
sure.
survived now.
One guy was definitely like was like hanging out with all his friends. Was like, wish I could show her off instead of my fat wife.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my god,
Like, did you not know she was gonna watch it?
What the fuck?
it's gonna be on
What?
TV.
Every time
dude.
I watch a reality TV show and somebody's like confessing something, that I'm like, nigga, there's a camera in front of your face. What are you doing?
I think because they literally have no opportunity in their life to like have a real conversation ever, and they need to get shit out sometimes. I think a lot of people fall into like therapy with a camera, and they're like, "You want to know what I really think? I'm miserable here."
I think after a few days, you just kind of get used to it, and it's like
Yeah.
you just literally like, yeah, that shit just kind of just there now.
But you got to remember, that's the part. Is
I'm
that you
pretty,
can't
I'm,
forget.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, for sure.
Because,
You
like,
definitely got to.
It's like little things you tell yourself even when you like start doing TV. When you start wearing a lob and you got on a microphone, you like, yo, going to the bathroom, having certain conversations. Make sure your mic off.
Yeah.
See your mic off. And I don't. I always poop with my mouth on, and I always forget mid poop. Like, they probably heard that whole thing, the whole struggle. Let me get up out of here.
Struggle.
No, I don't be struggling actually.
Italian priests allegedly stole $120,000 from church to buy drugs for sex parties. Francisco Spensky, a 40-year-old Italian priest, was arrested last week after he allegedly stole around $120,000 in church funds in order to buy drugs for his secret sex parties. Police received a tip about him after his roommate imported a liter of GHB, a central nervous system depressant that has been labeled a date rape drug, from the Netherlands. Police are currently conducting an investigation, interviewing as many as 200 people who have allegedly attended his parties throughout the past 2 years. Only 15 people have admitted to attending the party so far. The Roman Catholic priest is currently under house arrest. Him and his roommate have been suspended of using online dating sites to invite people to these parties where they have been accused of using and selling drugs.
Is this the
I
most
think this is
obvious
bullshit.
article I've ever heard? Why do you think it's bullshit?
I think they're hating on this is a pope, bro, a priest, right?
Yes.
They're hating on my man. First of all, priests need a budget for prostitutes and drugs each year, huh? They do. They need a budget. Let me finish my statements. I don't like that priests can't touch nobody for the rest of their lives. This is why they touch little kids. This is the biggest problem. If you what?
Okay. No, go out. I'm interested in this.
This
Go ahead.
is priests are not allowed to actually
Reformation of the church in 2021.
They need church needs a lot of help. But I'm from the church, so I can say that church needs a lot of help. But priests end up touching kids a lot of times. They're probably just sickos as well. But because they have these sexual fucking frustrations they can't get out, because you're not allowed to touch anybody.
Yeah.
That's the rule as being a priest. So that's what ends up happening. And if they had a budget dedicated toward prostitutes and drugs each year, the priest would be allowed to get these nuts off and less kids would get touched.
Why don't they just let the nuns sleep with the priests?
They could also do that and let that thing go crazy.
Saves a lot of money.
Saves a lot of money. And the priests don't like that. The priests are like, bitch, I wanted the drugs and the prostitutes.
Right. I don't want that little nun pussy. That's what he probably saying.
You can keep that. I don't want none of that nun pussy.
I want none of that nun. That's crazy. Wow. This crap, man. What the fuck? I'm glad I don't be reading. I'll be like, what the fuck is going on out here?
No, these articles are always crazy. But
yeah. I mean, these sound like gay men. Oh, what?
Come on.
I mean, I think G, which is also a day rate drug, isn't that also like a popular like gay drug?
How would
like
you know this, Chris? Speak your piece.
Because I know members of the LGBT community.
It's getting tricky. No, I didn't say you know members. They just come up to you being like, you know what drug we on right now? Like, what the fuck? I don't know if every person.
It says it's popular in the gay community.
Yeah,
this how
it says
there's a drug just popular in the gay community.
They got everything.
Damn, I didn't know there were drugs exclusive to communities.
They got their own. They got everything.
I'm glad I got fact checked and was right.
Damn, Chris, you really just shut me up with that. Okay, so
it says participants reported that GHB was often used at nightclubs, circuit parties, sex parties, and sex clubs, with HIV positive men more likely to use the substance in sexual contact.
So the priest stunting out here on the church dollars. What's going on?
That's what it sounds like to
me.
me.
The priest in the club just going crazy on the church dollar?
This is what happened. So he was taking money out of the account, and the accountant or whatever took him off of the being able to do that anymore. So then he was going around to the church and asking individual church members to donate to made up charities, and it was really all for these sex parties.
Okay, so the priest got to go there. I was on the priest side from the beginning. This man continues to dig the hole deeper and deeper. No pun intended.
I'm with a priest getting paid to be a priest. Or a preacher getting paid to be a preacher. It's like they're providing a service. Like, it's like going to a show.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I think asking them what they spend it on is kind of fucked up, though. Like, it's none of your business what I get to do with my priest or preacher budget.
When I'm coming,
I shouldn't have to tell you what I do with my fee that I've earned. I've given you the word. I've given you the experience.
This isn't his
I've cleansed you.
This isn't his fee. This feels like tips.
Just get fired.
First of all, if he's doing drugs
If that
like
happened,
this,
there'd be no artists on earth. I'm like rappers, it'd be none. So it'd be fucked up.
So if I come to you tomorrow and I'm like, yo, I need 5 racks. You're not going to ask me at all for what?
You different.
But look, the priest is
if you hit me for that, I'm like,
the priest
let me
is
give it
going
to him.
down individually to people being like, hey, yo, I need 5 racks.
But has he gave them 5 years of that real every Sunday? I perform. I'm like a ram. I'm a raider. I get up here for 2 or 3 hours and entertain you.
So you think the priests need bigger contracts? What you said?
I think there's nothing wrong with getting paid for what you bring to the
Can we
table.
look
Are
up the
these
average
Catholic
pay
priests?
of a priest?
Are these Catholic priests?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do
Are
you
there
mean?
any
Yo,
other motherfucking priests?
Because as someone who's raised Catholic priests are not entertaining.
But
and
they
they're
are
not
boring.
doing
They are
2 to
a
3
form
hours
of.
a
They're probably
week.
not entertaining to like
But to
somebody.
white
40
people?
to 92,000 a year.
Are they
They're
getting
just-
teacher
Yeah,
breaks?
they giving you.
And he spent 192,000.
Tripping. He probably saved up like years for like I'm just going on a run in 2021.
No, it's my last year. I'm gonna go with the No, but 100 and what? 92,000? 92?
That was honestly what I was confused about. I was like, how is this guy's budget balanced? Like where you're
No, that is
spending
crazy.
20K
That's a very exaggerated number.
of
probably,
your
though.
let's
Bigger.
say he
Bigger.
made what's the upper end of that?
92,000. So the
Say he
one.
made 92,000.
But
Then
what
he needed
church
to
he
raise
at?
an extra 20K to be stunned.
No. He
For those-
made one withdrawal of $117,000.
Oh, that church
One
got money.
time, like one time. So that, and he was continuously doing this
Oh, that
and
church got
asking people
money.
for money.
What church is this?
It's a church
A ballin' ass.
in
They get to that.
Italy.
Oh, it's in
Oh,
Italy.
it's
Oh, I'm
Italian.
sorry. I didn't
Yes,
realize
it's
it
right
was
in
in
Vatican.
It's
Italy.
the Church of Gucci.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man,
Church of
hey,
Gucci.
sorry. Let me get out y'all business.
Yeah, why we even in y'all business?
Y'all got a thing y'all got going over there. Y'all do y'all thing, man.
I think that's very lucrative, and I think that is very much probably more about the performance.
Isn't that where they
Thank
send the
Catholic
wild
churches here.
priests?
That's where the Vatican is.
Yeah,
is
they
in
be
Italy.
sending the wild
Oh.
priests out there though. When they be transferring them, y'all didn't watch Spotlight.
That's probably power. There's probably power. with
Whenever
it.
the priests get caught like touching kids, they don't actually fire them; they just transfer them.
yeah,
Yeah,
Different-
they'll send them to like churches overseas and stuff.
Yeah, niggas be in Italy and shit, getting
Yeah.
the ball out of control and be pedophiles over there. It's crazy.
Shit.
Is the pedophilia big in Italy too? I thought it was an American.
I don't
It's
think
big
you stop, nigga.
everywhere.
I don't think you land and be like, somehow I'm not into kids anymore.
That's
Yeah.
I didn't realize that pedophilia was.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
like a-
that creep is a creep wherever he goes.
Yeah, you can't uncreep just because you took a flight.
Imagine R. Kelly's Italian now. It's me, R. Kelly.
Oh, damn. This is, no. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill.
Bronx Zoo visitors go bananas watching gorillas engage in oral sex.
Go bananas is wild, first of all. As the article writer.
Tongues
killed
are
it.
wagging on social media over a video taken at New York City's Bronx Zoo that shows one gorilla performing oral sex on another. The video, which was filmed Wednesday, shows one gorilla lying on its back as another pleasures it. The videographer behind the clip that was visiting the gorilla exhibit with his 4-year-old daughter and his niece. My wife had to stay out of the exhibit with my sleeping son, so I wanted to capture a lot of the video, said the man who was not named in the Post story. That's when the magic happened. Video posted by TMZ shows parents quickly moving to hide their kids' eyes from the apes.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh, I can't even see it. It's just-
shit! He's got his legs up. He's got his like.
It's fire.
He's got his.
She eating his booty? What's going on?
Oh, it's getting
No, oh yeah, he's holding her by the
Why do
back
y'all
of the
assume
neck.
that it's a girl giving it to him?
Can we see? I can't see. We assume because you have the phone all the way over there.
really can't see. Can I see a lighter?
Damn, they really went for it, and then they got out of there. Let's bring this back to my cave.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that gorillas were into foreplay. Do they kiss? Do they
I
kiss
didn't
too?
see them kiss, but it looks pretty passionate.
I'm watching the video.
Do
now.
they go through the bases that we learned?
No, I feel like they probably just get right to it.
They first is
Oh no,
oral
he eating
sex.
out for sure.
Yeah, see, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
a
he
girl.
eating out for sure. Yeah, yeah, he getting to it.
But I will say that that happens with Nucky and Wrigley all the time.
Bro, nah, but she wild and she got his whole head down there. She holding his. She ain't even let him come up.
Yeah, she's holding his head down.
Yeah, she told them to carry on. That's wild.
I like that TMZ reported this. TMZ.
That's what I said. Why is TMZ covering this?
Gorillas, they're just like us. Is there anybody else that we like sent to jail but continued to
Harvey Weinstein?
listen to their work, watch their stuff?
I mean,
It's a bunch of shit.
There's
I mean,
probably a lot of those
I know
examples, right?
Harvey Weinstein is not the actor, but Harvey Weinstein produces and made more money than most people off all the films he did.
Right.
So we still watch his films. They're still on Netflix. They're still on Hulu. They're still on Amazon. They're
that's
still on
big
wherever the
business.
fuck they
It's a lot
are.
of- it's a lot of
He's a
money
big
involved in
producer, and we kicked you out. He's still making money, right? His streams are still there.
True.
You're still watching films. No harm, no foul, because he's not around anymore, right? He's not in your face, so you don't give a shit, do you? So why can't the same thing happen for R. Kelly? Bill Cosby's back out of prison, so I'm cool with us keeping the Cosby Show off the air. If they want to lock him back up, put it back on. Let's go. That's the rule.
That shit fucked me up because I was like, I was raised off the Cosby Show.
Me
and
too.
shit. Like, so I still like showing like my daughter that look,
a
this
great
is
show.
because like
Cosby
this
Show's
is
really
like a
good.
black family, doctor, lawyer, the kids, the mom, all together. Like that's not really the situation a lot of times. So it's like it's a great guy to just put in front of like a little baby, like a little girl. So it'd be like, nah, I need to throw that on because. That's weird. Like, dude, it's like we got so many rules for what's right, what's wrong, where they did it, all of this. Over here is 16, over here is this, over here is that. Bro, the rules evolved. Everything evolves, whatever it is, however it go, right? Certain shit is like art. It's art.
Yeah.
Do
get
white
what I'm
people do
saying?
that, Chris?
Hell no. They don't
What?
do
Yeah.
that
Do
shit.
white people do that for like people that you guys have had that have
No.
these big catalogs of things that have gone down for stuff? Do y'all cancel them and like not watch?
I'm
their
trying.
stuff?
I'm trying to think of like who an example of that is. Like
Kevin
Woody
Spacey, all his
Allen,
movies are still
Kevin
on
Spacey.
shit.
Right. Everybody, all
Right.
of y'all movies still on shit.
Y'all just say we not working with you no more right now.
Yeah, y'all stall them out, but y'all not gonna bleed them. Like
They'll
they
stall
bleed,
them out, but they ain't gonna
bleed
kill you.
us. Because
Yeah.
you gotta think, man. Like you said, somebody said earlier, man. R. Kelly kids ain't did shit. Why the
I said,
fuck
do you
they
hate his
can't get-
kids that much? You don't hate his kids
You made it
that
real.
much,
That's
do
a
you?
real thing.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I mean,
It's a lot
hopefully
of
they'll
business.
be inspired to like donate to causes that are in the other
I don't
direction.
think his
of
kids
it.
are him.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't even get
His
along
kids
with
probably
his
Yeah,
learn.
his kids don't even really talk to
His
niggas
kids
for what
probably
we
learn
know.
a lot from
Yeah.
this
This
is what we
experience.
know.
Or they're
This is a business, bro. Like you got like this shit can be as deep. It get deep. You get what I'm saying? It's like that kid is like when you said some shit earlier, 100%er. You
I
making
was just gonna
you-
say, if
you
he
a-
wasn't 100%,
you one guy tearing this shit up. They done. Nigga, that's a lot
If he-
that's a lot of publishing.
It
That's a
is.
lot of number ones. That's a lot of don't share with us's.
Yeah,
They don't like that shit. That shit is something else. So it'd be like you can't pick and choose who we finna kick off and who we not. He wasn't doing that shit by himself.
Do you think that these people who work with him have a responsibility, like, to try to avoid working with a scumbag, or are you just like going to work with scumbags sometimes and like that's not your
Nah,
fault?
Do you question lawyers?
And bro, if
No,
I,
I'm actually. I
asking.
don't know if I would argue that you're not gonna sometimes work with scumbags.
This
I
is
think
not even
sometimes
my
you will.
opinion. That's not even my perspective or my opinion. I was just asking the question just to play devil's advocate. I was just being like, do you question lawyers or other professional people necessarily when they work with people just because they don't necessarily have the same aligned view?
No, I think you're just like, all right, that person's that life and I'm my life. And then there are other people that work closely with them that enable that life. And I guess that's a different
I
person.
think the public just don't understand how this shit really work. Like they'll see niggas on songs, they'll see niggas on these shows, and they assume that we're with them every time you watch this or you hear that or da 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 da. Bro, this is still a job. If I worked at McDonald's, I ain't gonna like the nigga on
Right.
the fries.
Yeah.
I still gotta come to work.
Yeah.
And you kind of understand that you get with like me and Steelo different. Like we met through hoop. We all met, like everybody I rock with, I met through hoop, and that's just different. I could tell a lot about how you play basketball, how you are in life. It's some other shit. But we clicked. It wasn't because it was hot or none of that. We just was cool. It ain't like that with everybody that you've probably seen me interview with. It ain't like that with everybody I did a song with. So you can't punish somebody because they came to the studio one day. Now I got to cut my whole, this was a big part of my fucking money.
That's
Nigga,
true.
and y'all gonna just clip me off because of something this nigga did? I only was in here 20 minutes with this nigga.
I'll be real with you.
And not saying that's how it went, but nobody looks at it that way.
No, I haven't even like you just said it again. You said it earlier. I don't know how I messed it, and now it just hit me harder right now. The fact that I ain't even thought about no features this whole time. I've been focused on R. Kelly so much and what he's done that I have. It's been easier for me to look at the Cosby Show and be like, man, so many actors, so many writers, so many producers that you all had to like now take a L because Bill Cosby did shit. That's fucked up. Versus R. Kelly, I've been like, you 100%. This kind of all falls on you. You've been doing this shit. Cool, R. Kelly. But from Keith Murray to I don't know why Keith Murray's the first nigga in my head.
These are big checks. Like these are a lot
big
of these.
Checks
these are a lot of these people's biggest records.
I know. You're right.
And these people are taking care of a lot of family.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, I can't listen to that no more.
Yeah.
I can't get this check no more. Like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, a lot of people, everybody wasn't blessed to make the right business decisions. And they were like, okay, especially in that time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, a lot of people's lights got cut off. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, because he wrote a lot of number ones.
He did write a lot.
But isn't that the way it goes in any industry? Like if I'm working at a restaurant or a bank or not a bank, but like a car dealership that is really like a cover for something else, and that place goes down and all my checks bounce, like because I worked with those, like I gotta just take it to the chin.
But you're thinking about it more from the perspective that you work for me versus more of a collaboration of we work together and we work together on to make something beautiful.
Yeah, and if I work together with someone
versus I work fries for you because you own this McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. I think it goes back to what you said about the priest thing. It's like artists can't just fly to another country and start over.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the internet. Like, before maybe, but now, like, when you drop something, everybody sees it. So then everybody likes you or they don't like you. This is the first time we ever seen it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine when that tape dropped if fucking TikTok and Instagram was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
Nigga, what?
That shit got around.
The remix god, everybody gets it.
Listen, imagine.
It's a whole different thing.
So that little girl wouldn't have been able to go fly away and hide. None of that. Like, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think, you know, this is a victim of like, listen, even if we want to let you out, you've already been tried in the public. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I think we should hold people accountable. I like that he's being held accountable, but at the same time, I feel like if we successfully do hold people accountable, then the art you made when you were on the outside, I don't know. I mean, this is just me making this decision after thinking of this question an hour ago after you said it. But I kind of feel like if he went to jail for life, we get his music back.
What is that show? Just 3.5 Men? Do you watch that?
Yeah.
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men?
Yeah.
You watch that?
I don't watch it, but
Did
I
you
know
use
it
it?
exists.
You watch it. It's
I didn't
still
like
on, right?
it.
I don't watch anymore. I've
Is it-
seen it.
That
That man,
I've seen it.
That
Yeah,
man
it was wild.
fucking said that I was having sex with women knowing I have HIV.
And
he is
he said he had
on
tiger
the
blood.
fucking air right now. And we talking about pulling the Cosby. It's just saying you
This
can't
is true.
pick and fucking choose when it's right and it's wrong.
This is true.
Well,
And
but then we can also be like, well, that was wrong.
What?
Right? Like, don't you think that was wrong?
No, we're saying just be consistent. That's why I always say I hoop, right? So
Well,
like
but
he
we're
said, we
also
met through
evolving.
hoops.
Charlie should
Wait,
never
wait,
criminally convicted of anything.
He said we met through
He
hoops.
admitted it.
Yeah,
But I'm saying,
Wait.
but he was never criminally convicted
I
of
think he
anything.
did go to court. I don't know what happened.
No, he admitted. He said somebody
he got
was-
off right.
He got,
paid
but
something.
you admitted that you had fucking 15 years of fucking sex with people with shit that can kill you if I put it inside you.
Yeah.
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 What
I-
are we talking about here? Like, this is crazy. Like, what?
I don't feel like the radio cancels anyone. I feel like the radio exists on a different plane.
We were riding in a car out of town. So when you're out of town, you just turn on the radio. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, what city was this?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not even gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I got
'Cause, I
all
mean,
this
it-
shit coming down. I ain't about to play like that. But I heard it, and that was the whole talk of the car. We hired like, nigga, is R. Kelly on the radio? Niggas was like, oh, niggas ain't tripping. It was weird.
Was
as
it an
fuck.
R. Kelly song or was it an R. Kelly
It-
featuring?
Whatever it was, his voice flew across the speakers. nigga. Whatever it was. I don't know the particulars. I'm smoking, and I'm like, because I remember looking and like, I remember saying, is that somebody's phone hooked up? They're like, nah. Like, I'm like, nigga, R. Kelly on the radio. Niggas was like, what?
I can't play R. Kelly at my wedding because I don't believe R. Kelly #1 stands for actual love. So I wouldn't even allow that into my wedding.
It's a good answer.
No, that's real. But and then
Steelo.
also R. Kelly is a rapist.
Steelo.
I'm not on R. Kelly's side. I love his music. If I could, if they just rename. What if we buy that nigga catalog and name it something else? We name the whole thing something like
someone else
Daryl
sings it.
fucking Jenkins, and we all agree we love this nigga Daryl Jenkins.
Listen.
He's amazing.
I'm okay. I'm high and I got an idea that just came to my mind.
I'll do it.
What we need to do first is we have to change the name of Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
That's a horrible song.
We gotta just change. Listen, they need to re-release that as just Aaliyah.
He's
and
always telling
and
himself.
him being creepy in the back of the
So
thing.
many ways.
We gotta.
So many
That's
times.
why that Aaliyah thing was so tough for me. I'm like, I want this music.
One, come up to my room, I find two.
Like we gotta chill.
That song should be redacted, I think, overall.
No, because
well, but then
no.
you gotta learn
That's
from
a
Then
it.
he was
creepy
writing
fucking song.
He was writing B2K
It's
records
also creepy.
for high school
it's
girls.
also creepy. It's
But I remember
Yeah,
I
they-
remember being in Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. It's like
That's crazy. He really wrote that record. That's crazy. He wrote that record. That's crazy. He really was like grooming and
And
trying to
You
really.
think he kind of
So
normalized
in
it
front
for
of
himself in a
everyone's
way?
It's
face.
crazy.
Like that's the real narcissism. Is being like, I'm doing this thing and I'm putting it in my music and I'm writing these type of records and giving it to these little girls. Like it's full on narcissism.
Have you watched the
so
old
so how can
interviews?
so the arrogance of saying that they got me out of they got him out of the first one. Of course you gonna think you can keep going. They got him out of the big one. What he didn't do it was by himself.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he the only nigga going to jail, and like that's the fucking tricky part.
Yeah.
You can't be the biggest thing in anything and move around alone. Nigga can't go to the liquor store. He can't even go pee for that nigga standing there when you making that type of money.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people enabling that.
You get what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to tip the board, but I think, bro gonna pull it out.
But do you think
I
that
don't
like
think
he
he
should be held
is.
accountable as well as like those girls and women's families as well?
No,
That
I
would-
hate that. I hate that argument. That is an argument that I don't fuck with and I don't allow because number one, hey, as a person that's from the hood but still been around both extremes from people with a whole bunch of money, whatever. I've seen people in situations and just being truthful. If you're around somebody who's so powerful, so rich, so whatever, you might just move a little differently. Everybody ain't as real as they need to be always. So I've seen parents be manipulated. I've seen people be manipulated. So to think about R. Kelly probably being the most powerful nigga in Chicago,
man. That's
that
it.
man is motherfucking telling people, hey, no. I write all my hits when the parents ain't in the studios. I need to be able to really work with the artists. So now it's very easy for a person that ain't never wrote a song to be like, I guess I need to step out the studio because he write hits. I know for a fact I hear his hits. So let me step outside because I'm gonna chill. Yeah, you know what? Actually, outside ain't enough. I'm more comfortable with writing. When if you can just, I'm gonna get you a nice hotel. I'm gonna get you over here. And the parents like, I ain't never been in a hotel like this. I'm at the Ritz Carlton.
Yeah, but you
I'm
still have to hold those people accountable.
but they're being manipulated as well.
Right,
You're
they're
saying
victims
they're
too.
victims as well. You're saying victim blame other victims. The parents are victims.
Yeah.
I don't think none of them was like sign a check and okay. So it's a 5-year deal, max contract. You keep my daughter. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
It's a privileged, shiny life that people are dying to like just come see what's going on in. And if
For
you
sure.
and if you have that power and you use it like in the wrong
Abuse
way,
that shit.
like people niggas is doing this shit for likes and Instagram posts and all that. Like niggas ready to throw it away, do the most dastardly things and put their whole everything at risk for a moment just to like get some fame.
I just had
That shit is crazy to me.
I had a story in my head for 2 seconds. I know of a story. R. Kelly getting this girl right. And he pulled this girl. She was with her mother at the concert. He pulled her. She was like 18, 19. So she was of legal age by law, but still young, obviously. And he had pulled her, like saw her in the crowd, put her on stage, got her cool, and they had ended up being, I think, boyfriend girlfriend for a little second, right? for me, I even just told myself that story, and again, this person is of legal age, but for you to be able to be in the arenas that you are in, with the amount of people that you are around, for you to be able to still be able to spot, not even spot, it means it's probably years and years and years of spotting the young girl in the crowd, spotting the girl who seemed, people who abuse know how to pick the victim.
Right.
They target people.
Yeah.
For you to be able to be on the road, my nigga, and doing shows and being like, this is my special part of the show. Can we get the spotlight going so I can pick a new victim? It's crazy.
Man.
For you to be picking girls at the crowd and really bringing these girls in and they be on the road, it's crazy, my nigga. That's crazy. As you broke it down, as you continue to break it down, it's like there's no way around it. I do, from a musical standpoint, love his music. I hate him I don't hate anybody, but I hate his actions. I hate how he has handled himself. I hate what he has done. I pray for him and pray that he, can find peace and whatever it is. But I also, that man's sick.
No, I think we start realizing that just because you make good songs and you got some money don't mean you can't be an ain't shit ass nigga. I know a gang of niggas like R. Kelly. I done met him all through my neighborhood. That's terrible. Nobody gave a fuck when they was touching kids.
I think a lot of stars are, I'm not like gonna say R. Kelly, but a lot of stars are like narcissists and they're like crazy people that you meet and you're like, oh, you don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself because you believe this is what stardom looks like. It believes me putting myself first.
I just hate that they pick and choose when they care about is this about the act or is it about the guy? It's a gang of motherfuckers doing that shit. Niggas all over the place. It's white niggas doing that shit. It's Spanish niggas doing that shit. They are doing that right now. And like I said, like we picking him, we gonna make him the prime example because we like Ignition. Come on, nigga, we gotta chill out.
No,
that
but
case is happening. That case is happening right now at a Compton courthouse, at an LA courthouse, at a Chicago courthouse right now.
Yeah,
that's not named R. Kelly, and nobody gives a fuck.
But you're saying there's cases, right? Or a case. R. Kelly, I'm from Chicago.
Come on.
R. Kelly used to park outside my high school. R. Kelly was, this is facts.
I just seen a nigga that used to park outside my high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying R. Kelly, look, the nigga that parked outside your high school probably had one car. He could probably only park outside of one high school at one time.
Right.
R. Kelly probably had cars just posted.
But isn't that bad too? Like,
no, I'm saying that R. Kelly had more access. R. Kelly still did it to a higher degree than most people probably even still could.
I think
he got to run a fucking operation. And again, I'm happy it's happening because these are all black women. Ain't none of them white women.
Yeah.
So I can't be over here really fucking losing what's the focus, what's really going on here and be like, yo, these are over 40 black women. Why we need 40 black women? We have 2 white women in the room saying some shit. And we'll all be forced to listen and at least be like, is that real?
Right.
I guess why would she be lying? Do white women just be lying like this? No, they probably tell the truth. 40 black women, black community still struggling on if this nigga are we ready to get rid of this nigga?
Yeah.
Hog tie. Oh, not a hog tie.
That's that art, man. That art. This art shit is powerful. Art shit be powerful. It puts you in a real sway because you attach the art to the emotions and the times. And it's like, you be like, damn, I got to throw that moment and that thing away in the trash.
Man.
Because this nigga was being an asshole.
Man, this nigga has so many songs, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Turn Back the Hands of Time. I did a video, my first video production my freshman or sophomore year in high school. I did my first little edit when I really started being like, I want to get into TV and film. This is cool, actually.
Yeah.
And that was to R. Kelly song. Can't play it no more.
What's one of the white niggas that did crazy shit? It's got to be one of them.
Elvis,
Woody
Allen.
Allen.
So
Elvis.
Woody Allen's a
So which one
great
y'all
ape.
got? So since
Nigga, you don't play no Elvis
So I'm
songs.
saying, but for them, they gotta lose one too. Then
He don't play Elvis either.
I'm talking about for them. He gotta speak for him right now. He gotta
I
take
mean-
a
Oh, he
hold and
loves
say,
Woody Allen.
I mean,
you
let's
gotta
be
give
honest.
up Woody Allen then.
I mean, Seinfeld dated a 16-year-old for a little while, and we just don't talk about it. Ignition style.
This
like,
is not to be ignorant because I don't know. I don't even know this. But apparently, Paul Walker, before he passed away, his girlfriend was 16.
Hey, Paul Walker's dead, okay? Let it rest. What have I
Mike.
really cared?
So is
What have
Mike.
I really cared about? I know, that's what I'm... But I said let Mike rest.
That's real.
I said we can continue to play Michael Jackson.
See, this is a slippery
But
slope.
he had like two. One of them before that was like
Y'all gotta give up one. If y'all gonna make us, we
And
gotta give up one.
I'm a Paul Walker fan.
My white brothers
It
and sisters
caught
gonna
me
have
off
to
guard.
take. Y'all gotta throw one in the trash.
I'm not
Y'all gotta
allowed to give up.
We gotta do a council for a council.
We gave up Louis C.K. That's been tough.
He said who?
We gave up Louis C.K.
Nigga, that wasn't tell stuff for you.
Who is?
Everybody loves
That
Louis
was-
C.K.
everyone doesn't even know him, Chris. White people know
Louis
him.
C.K. is the most
Black
money-making
people don't know
comic.
Louis C.K.
He's the most money-making comic of like
I
2015.
didn't say he
16,
wasn't.
and
I
17.
said black people. You living in your world again, brother. I'm telling you about us. I said we
It gotta
don't
be.
know.
It gotta
who
be
he
somebody
is.
that we like of y'all too.
Thank you. He don't even know who he is.
We need y'all torn.
Who did I get up? Well, you guys don't.
We got it. We gotta give up. You gotta give up one.
Wait, you gave up R. Kelly.
R. Kelly's gone. He's gone. We can't
yeah,
do it
but
no more.
R. Kelly.
So now you got nigga. They done did some shit
it's
too.
like me being like giving up Ted Bundy. Like R. Kelly.
No.
Who went?
What the
Who
fuck?
went? No. You're right.
Hey, sing
You're
that
right.
one Ted Bundy song. Oh yeah, shut the fuck up.
Come on, man.
Who went that hard? It would
What?
be hard to give up
Y'all said
Harvey
Elvis,
Harvey
right? Wasn't he
Weinstein.
fucking
Did
with-
Ted Bundy
The answer is
murder
Harvey
people?
Weinstein. But I don't know.
Elvis.
Ted Bundy murdered people. He was a serial killer. You're sick, bro.
Y'all
get-
wanted him in the first place. What do you mean give him up? Like it was a struggle decision.
It gotta be, bro. It gotta be somebody that we kind of like too.
We like, yeah, that it. You know what? I don't agree with this, but if I was to argue, Eminem has had a whole cancelable career.
What?
I don't want to give up Eminem.
I know you don't.
What did
Eminem has
do?
admitted that
saying
he's
through-
flawed
through-
from the beginning.
I'm saying through rap. No, I don't agree. I just said I don't agree. I said through rap, if you were to continue to go back in the past and be like,
Because
hey,
he talks about stuff.
because he be saying wild shit about
Yeah, but
killing.
he can say
He didn't-
wild
he didn't
shit. He
do
didn't do
nothing.
it.
You
Yeah.
can't say he
Yeah,
want
he
to kill your
didn't
mom
do
and
it.
stuff.
White kids write in their diaries all the time, like "fuck you, mom."
I don't
hate
know
you.
what
I wish
y'all
you die.
do.
Like he's just a white kid acting out.
Yeah, that's true. He's giving those kids
I don't think
voice.
Eminem should get canceled. I just said,
Yeah, man,
the
I like
shit
Eminem.
he is. That I was trying to find as a person that we liked a little bit, and that y'all.
He didn't do anything.
didn't
R.
do
Kelly
nothing, no.
did
I
Okay,
calm
did
the
something.
fuck down. Let
Like-
me get there, y'all. I'm working my way up there.
It's hard for me to find them.
They gotta be
Sterling,
actor, I
I'm
guess.
trying.
Who did some shit that y'all was like, yo, he did that shit. Isn't James Franco? Wasn't James Franco accused of a whole bunch of stuff in the last like 2 years, and we've just forgot about it?
Yeah, I mean, but James Franco isn't in the level of A, R. Kelly's status and B, R. Kelly's crimes.
No,
I feel like you
James
gotta
Franco has blockbuster
like Woody
movies.
Allen is a pretty
James Franco,
good one.
hey, no, you like Woody Allen. We don't
But
give a
Woody
fuck
Allen
about
is
Woody
also
Allen.
a
Black
chronic
people
abuser.
don't care about Woody Allen.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying,
black people don't care about Woody Allen.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see
saying
that.
we're trying to figure out
I
the
see
common
that.
ground, bro.
I mean, James Franco does feel like beginner R. Kelly because he had a school where he was like, I'll teach you how to act, but also I don't know, he never did anything. He never got there. So I don't know. I don't know
I don't know if
is the
anyone's
main
R.
thing.
Think R. Kelly is a very
Yes,
extreme.
massive.
That's why
I
it's
think
hard
R.
for me to give it up. But if
I think R. Kelly really does done bad things.
If
guys.
Franco was R. Kelly, I would absolutely give Franco.
It's crazy how the spectrum. He's done such amazing thing musically and such a bad thing personally.
But do
like
we
the
not-
spectrum is so like fucking
Yeah.
festival size.
Yeah.
It's like crazy on both ends of the spectrum.
Feels kind of like Bill Clinton. It's hard for me to kind of give Bill Clinton up as like a nostalgic figure, but like seems kind of like maybe maybe
Bill Clinton?
personally.
Why y'all hate Bill Clinton
maybe
so much?
very
What's wrong with Bill-
personally.
Yeah, y'all, why
flawed.
y'all hate Bill Clinton so much? Because he did all that stuff to the black community. Because all the presidents did. So get over it. Other than that, Y'all talking about he got his dick sucked? Cause get over that too.
Yeah, no, he didn't do any R. Kelly shit, I hope.
What?
No, I don't think Bill Clinton was trapping bitches in the White House. I don't think bitches was like, yeah, we couldn't get the White House for 4 years. His whole first term, he had us in that bitch.
I just don't think, when you got a lot of power, it's tricky. You know what I'm saying? It's just you can abuse it or you can't, and that's what the real shit be.
Yeah,
because again, he saw somebody. Like, he ain't the only guy.
Yeah.
But he the one with the light on him. So that means
I think he was the main one, though. I honestly do believe
No,
that.
I would never think, just from listening to him speak, that he can even physically or mentally do this himself.
Oh, no, not himself. No, he had workers for sure.
So
but I think he
Kelly?
is super manipulative. R. Kelly can't even write, but somehow he gets all writing credit on all his records.
It's all up here. That should just be flying out.
That nigga is manipulative. Nigga, nobody else has ever got writing credit, and we know you illiterate.
Hey, nigga, I wrote
'Cause
this
he probably-
down.
Nigga, what?
Dog, that's just so
You are
crazy.
manipulative. The
I
other
would've
nigga hand hurts.
I'd have never.
God damn it.
I'd have
He went
never.
from pen to typing.
I'd have never saw this ending like this. Like when that,
I did when I was
when-
living in Chicago. Saw that nigga. I
it
was on my
kind of,
school.
in my opinion, it's good that it ended like
I saw
this.
you.
I'm talking about like
It
at
should
the
teach
I'm talking
people
about
something.
at the beginning of it. It's like never thought this would end like this, just because it was just he was such a heroic
It's
thing.
crazy. It took
He
13
was, though.
years for this.
Such a heroic figure,
end.
like very heroic figure. Like, I'm not from Chicago, and it wasn't like internet, so it was like this guy is larger than life.
But he never. But I'm gonna be a buck, right? R. Kelly was never like a people person. He never did anything for the community. He just represented a nigga that was from Chicago for real, that we knew made it from singing under the train, really was from the crib, and he still lived in Chicago somewhere, like around.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yo, this nigga is Chicago." Every record, I don't know if R. Kelly might have only had 20 worldwide hits. I think that might still be too many. In my head, he had 120. Because every
he
time
had
he
a
dropped
lot.
a fucking record, it was on the radio in Chicago. He could
No,
drop
it was
any record.
it was on the radio everywhere, but it wasn't on internet, so like you couldn't see the reactions of everybody. It
Yeah.
was just like, no, that shit was on the radio all day.
But I don't know if he heard R. Kelly everywhere, did you?
It songs like Ignition. I Believe I
Ignition,
Can
but that's what I'm
Fly.
saying. But he wasn't
Maybe
hearing
World's
just
Greatest.
like.
Nah, because he was
We was
like,
hearing Imagine That.
He-
A fucking album cut that's like so deep about fucking, and it was being played on the hour.
yeah, he somehow didn't go like pop. He was
Yeah,
like this
never.
urban thing that was just super big.
And there was a market for it. Radio doesn't realize
Yeah.
radio's broken down. This show's going way too long, but we love it. The radio's broken down in two categories in black music: rhythmic and urban.
Yeah.
And rhythmic just means to them a little more commercial, a little more
Right.
fluff around it. Urban means, hey nigga, in their eyes, you Jacquees, or you're this, or you're Urban AC, or you're something that we can only sell to
Gotta-
black people.
yeah.
Versus rhythmic is something that we might feel like, hey, Flow Rider, you are pop radio, but we can get you in rhythmic as well. Hey, this person over here, we can get you in rhythmic as well because white people can digest this.
Right.
But California doesn't have an urban actual market. They only have rhythmic. So you would hear certain songs in California that you would never hear in Chicago. And you would hear something in Chicago that was so urban that never made it out here. That you guys never. So again, if you can imagine.
Well, and you would never hear people like Talib Kweli or Kanye or Common on the radio here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then
Yeah.
we're on the radio in
But
Chicago.
I would like know them from downloading music, but I wouldn't know them from the radio. Kanye played very rare out here, but like Jesus Walks, I remember hearing on the radio for the first time in a more conservative part of California,
Oh, word.
and I was like, oh, Kanye's on the radio. But it was Jesus Walks, which was funny because I was like, they're only playing this because they're
Jesus
a
Walks.
conservative part of
He was getting more,
California.
and he was smart. He was getting
He
more
was right.
plays because, yeah, he literally said it in the song. But yeah,
I had a good time.
we
Yo, you were
appreciate you,
so
my
great
man.
to
You know
talk
what I'm
to.
saying? Proud. I mean, you going to hoop tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll be dragging your ass tomorrow on the court.
Man, you should come to the early run where it's burnt.
If you trash,
No, it's not that it's trash. It's just like, it's DX
just get it
cool.
off. Just
No,
get it-
but no, it's that energy. It's aggressive. It's
Yeah.
like the shit we used to play at weddings.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. Go check out the weed tasting video we just did with Flo Kana. That's on this channel. It's. I kind of want to put that up top too, so that people check that out.
It's good. It's really good. Enjoy us. I think.
Go enjoy us.
Okay.
We tasted some weed. We did a bit of a different format, and it's kind of a little mini show.
Yeah.
Problem, you were an amazing guest. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank y'all for having me.
And thank you
guys.
for the fucking
Thank you for the
Coffee
mugs.
Kush
We're gonna be
mugs.
using these more often. Yeah.
Come on. Thank you,
And
guys.
we got the limited edition. When is it coming out again? Your actual project?
October 2nd. Those will be dropping at Wonder Bread store exclusively. Then we're gonna go live online, like on the 4th.
As far as the music?
The music.
You holding up right now?
Nah, I'm about to let something go.
Okay.
I'm about to let something
Well,
go.
we gonna wait on it then.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, Mike Guy, I appreciate you again, boy.
Man, thank you guys.
I'm excited for the project
Thanks for
too.
coming.
Come on.
All right, zip it up.
Zip it out.
All right, we out.